Welcome back to the most wonderful, amazing, enjoyable, incredible live stream. We are here and we are going to do things that you may not have ever thought of. We're going to say things that you may not have ever said. But the important part is we're going to move forward and do something amazing. All right? So I'm doing something new now where I'm actually going out in the real world. That's a new thing, Who does that? Who actually leaves their house? At least that's what I thought. Then I realized when I went out, oh, actually a lot of people leave their house. That's a thing that a lot of people do. A lot of people do both. They show up, they go places, and they also stay at home. And Jerry Seinfeld covers this very much in his own stream. Not stream. See, I'm already using modern lingo. What I'm trying to say is that I'm actually doing real world performances. If you can call it a performance, I just call it an open mic, and I have fun. It's an experience, It's like somewhere between karaoke and real stand-up. I always wanted to do comedy karaoke. I thought that would be an interesting thing to do. Never actually got it to work out, but I also didn't really put much effort into it. So, that's something that I would have actually had to work. I have the same autism headphones, by the way, same color and everything. See, I didn't know that these were autism headphones. I thought they were Down syndrome headphones. So I actually didn't get my money's worth. My mistake. Weird Al is a guy. You're good. He's the type of guy who is making music, but he doesn't necessarily, have he's kind of all over the place. Like, his brain is a little psychotic. I watched a video the other day, or I'm just weak, it could be one or the other. I do think he's a little crazy, though. The reason I say that is because the guy he made a video where he chopped his arm off, okay? He chopped his arm off, and it's very realistic, but I wasn't expecting it. And sure, if you watch horror movies, that's nothing weird. But if you're like me and you don't watch horror movies, seeing that shit is a little crazy. Somebody says, who you talking about? We're talking about Weird Al. Weird Al Yankovic. For the universal audience, perhaps others. Weird Al is a guy who, you know who he is. I don't need to tell you who Weird Al is, right? That's not funny. I was being serious. No, listen, I am a fan of Weird Al. I like what he does. I was just saying, within, like, there's a lot of people I think are crazy who I also like. Crazy doesn't negate goodness, George Carlin, Zach Galifianakis, crazy. to some degree. Dave Chappelle, probably crazy, you know? I'm not, also, I'm not a doctor. Don't hold this on me, you know? Don't tell me that, you know, I don't necessarily. Oh, Unbleached. So you missed it. We actually, these are Down syndrome headphones for people. And I don't make fun of people with Down syndrome. So I'm not punching down syndrome. I think that it's just like one of those things that you wear when you're trying to, when you don't have anything else, you know? I love Weird Al. He was great back in the 80s. What about now? He had a TV show, actually, back in the day. Now, normally what I wear is my Sony fake Walkman headphones, which are orange like this, but they're thinner. But they broke. So, I'm doing this scuffed, messed up version of the show today. But yeah, I think that there's a lot that happens in this world. The other day, a guy actually got mad at me for littering, and I realized, you know, there's two things that happen in this situation. I did litter. I was in the wrong. I also felt that the guy was a little, you know, a little over the top with his reaction, just a little bit. And I don't know if this is a white person thing or a, you know, I don't need to bring race into this. But he brought his race into this by being white. And, you know, so he was talking to me, he was telling me things that, you know, he wanted to set a good example for his kids. He wanted to say that I was a bad guy. And, you know, he almost got the better of me. But, you know, the thing is, these types of people are all over the place, and you never know when you're going to run into them. This guy was in his car. He was thinking, I got to show my kids that this guy is a piece of shit. You know? I got to let them know that this guy deserves to go to hell because he threw 4 pieces of trash on the ground. Now, I'm not saying, again, when I tell this story, like, I'm not saying it's great to litter. I'm saying that this guy took it above and beyond where you would take it with any normal day-to-day thing. In other words, looking for a fight, and finally had an excuse for one, which is weird because he also wasn't looking for a fight, because when I went over to talk to him afterwards, he drove away quickly. So, and I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not looking for a fight. If you come to me, you say some insulting things, maybe a version of me will show up that is not good, but I don't leave the house with that guy, is kind of what I'm saying. Was it Jesse Lee Peterson? No, if it was, all would be forgiven. I would have no problem with Jesse Lee Peterson saying anything to me, because he would have said it. I mean, maybe he would have said it angrily. I don't think he would have said it because he thinks anger is beta. So he would have said it in a peaceful way, not in a bad way. and I don't think it would have been a big deal. You know, I think that he would have just, a lot of folks make garbage. It's amazing. No. A lot of folks litter trash. It's amazing. So, like, I'm not, yeah, like, the point is, like, I don't know. I didn't feel, maybe it all would have been fine. Like, if I was just, like, a guy who's like, fuck it, litter, then I almost wonder if I should have gone all in or not done it. It's like, should I have not done it at all or been like, fuck this guy? Kind of car do you drive? Why you trying to spot me? You trying to find me in the street and fucking fight me? Oh, it turns out Bendover is the guy who was in the street who wanted to fight me, or I wanted to. Listen. If I see him around, I don't want to fight him because it was an in the moment thing, Cooler heads prevailed eventually. That's my thing. All right, now we've got the great. You know him. You've heard of him. He's been on the internet many times. He's been in such films as Rusters. The great Russell Cook. Hello.
How you doing, Hostbusters?
Program.
Finally got some headphones again.
Hell yeah. What do you got? You got some fancy headphones, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, they were $30.
I hope I didn't pull an Opie on you and keep you waiting too long. What do you...
No, I just think it sucks that you don't care about our fragile ecosystem or anything like that. You just want the whole fucking world to be a landfill.
Yeah.
With the seagulls flying over, why do they like trash? You ever notice that when you go to the dump? That's what we call it around here. To throw out really big shit like old furniture and stuff. The dump, there's always, I guess I don't know what kind of bird, but they love to hover around trash.
What, seagulls?
I don't think they are because there's no fucking water nearby. But chat, what are the birds that enjoy trash? How's everyone doing? Michelle, Bendover. I'm really loud. Shit,
I pulled my volume up, so hopefully
there we go. Let's make it like an AC/DC concert.
All right. What does that mean? Like too loud? Really loud?
Amazingly loud.
What would you say, Russell, is the best place to listen to music? Why did I ask that question? Of course it's loud at an AC/DC concert. That's what they're known for.
In your bedroom with headphones. That's the best place to listen to music.
All right.
It's kind of like gooning, but you're not touching yourself at all.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Bendover, I don't know about the serial killer segments. We've kind of had the worst luck possible whenever we've attempted to do those. I mean, we had something called Peepers, which no one was really happy with. Creepers is canceled.
Well,
so I don't know. I can probably do that in the future though, because I have no sympathy for mankind. I love reading about people being brutally murdered. But besides that,
Yeah. So you were thinking, do you
I wanted
think?
an excuse to talk about music more because I was watching. It was very cool. It was this Australian woman, I guess, or maybe New Zealandish or whatever, doing a reaction channel. And I noticed you can get away with playing a lot, not a whole song and just not talking, but you can play like a shit. She listened to a whole Slayer album that was around a half hour. And yeah,
Really?
she paused it and took breaks, but she played every fucking song from it. I was like, how you get away with doing that?
Yeah. So like, how long were the breaks? Like, did she do like 10 seconds here and 10 seconds there?
Decent enough. Yeah,
Okay.
BTP Peepers was kind of like that. If you guys are old enough to remember, New Coke was hyped as being like, really, really, really good and better than old Coke.
Mm.
And people hated it so much, Coca-Cola Classic came out shortly after. This was like around
Yes.
1987 or so. So unfortunately, Peepers was like New Coke. And I personally, I don't know, I
Why do you
really
think?
did. Like Ed
Oh.
Wood would say, worst movie you ever saw? Well, I'll do better next time. But
Mm,
yeah, I think it's
yeah.
just too much stuff. People thought it was going to be
But like next best thing.
good. No, I don't.
All right.
It's like I can't promise you that.
All
I can
right.
talk about this bullshit and I'll lay out some facts and stuff, but no, I think it's just like everyone was. Yeah, Michelle was not very good. Kelsey, how are you doing? Miss Tiff Mafia, everyone. Merrick, how are you? Um, I just think it was a case of us not really wanting to do it, but so much, and that showed when we got together to do it.
Okay.
Because you had no idea. I think I last minute asked you to be like the host, the MC or whatever, the roast master general. And me and
Well,
Shamrock, we get along just fine. We've always been cool with each other, but
yeah.
we both knew a lot about what we talked about, but it was like we hadn't ever done a stream like that before. So it was like a lot of talking over each other, and it was
Right.
just kind of, can I say ham-fisted?
Ham-fisted.
I
Sure.
haven't heard that saying in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, she's really good at doing stuff like that. She should do stuff like that. And if we ever dig up the putrid corpse of Peepers or whatever, I would love to do it with her.
Well,
And it's
that's
like
what I was.
you remember, we need more than one shot, you know,
I'm
to get
totally
good at
down to do it
something.
again. Are you interested? See, I was totally fine with doing it again. I think that what happened was she didn't get back to you or something, and you took that as okay, she's done with it.
I thought she was so pissed off she just walked after
Okay.
the stream. Angela
Yeah.
Witt, how are you doing, ma'am? Yeah, BTP. It just we didn't have enough time to make it run smoother. It was kind of like, and plus, people were talking about it like a couple months before it happened, so there was
Mm,
like too
there was
much
a lot of
hype
hype.
going on. Yeah, and
I
that never turns out
shit.
well.
I w- I wish I just showed up and shut up and just let you guys roll. But, are you saying that she would be interested in reigniting it and possibly under a different name or the same name? What are your
Oh yeah,
thoughts?
it's definitely possible, but
Okay.
it's the whole thing of like It's the presenting it in a way where there's like what I used to do is like just do it as a timeline. Like, this is the story of so and so. This is, they were born and blah blah blah, and then usually cut right to the weird stuff, like their abnormal behaviors and stuff that led up to them becoming serial killers or whatever. But
Right.
I
Yeah,
really
that makes
don't know,
sense.
dude. I honestly, I really don't know. I think it's just like have you ever like cooked something and you're like, oh boy, this meatloaf is going to be delicious. And you've made the meatloaf before a bunch of times and it's turned out good. And maybe your family has enjoyed it too. But you make it one night and it's fucking terrible.
Yes. And that was that night, right?
Yeah, it just, everything was just was weird for, it was a bad meatloaf, and I think that case might be haunted.
So you think it was the case that we covered that was the problem?
It was supernatural. It was supernatural shit fucking with the stream, basically.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, and it was that, and it was me taking kratom.
Oh, you did?
Stupid. I was sick and I took kratom.
I should have taken, that dust that they can blow into people's faces and it turns them into zombies for a week? I should have taken a little key bump of that before that. But yeah, see, the thing is I think the bad thing is that, like, a lot. I tried to avoid it whenever I do true crime, or I try to, is anything involving children being murdered.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, the Amityville horror.
I feel like I was at that. I really feel like I was at that house.
It's in Long Island.
Oh, it's in Long Island?
Yeah.
Okay, then I probably wasn't. Okay, no, some other place. The Winchester Mystery House. That's what I was thinking of. Totally different place. So, yeah, this was just like a weird kind of odd occurrence. But then creepers. Okay, so creepers happen, right?
Yeah, that was all right. That was 3 episodes worth.
And then so here's my question for you. Would you rather it were creepers or peepers?
I really don't care. I really don't care about what it's called.
Then there was the whole thing with a guy who a lot of bad stuff started coming out about him, who was on the show.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know about any of that stuff, and he did very well. Well, me and him talking, I think we did the Dahmer case because Sam wanted us to pick a well-known one. So we did Manson, then we did Dahmer, and then I wasn't there for the last one because remember it got canceled. So I took it as like, yay, I don't have to do it. And then it got rescheduled last minute, and I really wasn't ready to do it again or reschedule
it was one of those things where it was wasn't it rescheduled?
How you doing, Presley?
Day after.
Yeah. Bend over, yeah. That Atlanta CH ... killer, yeah. Can't do no Wesley Allen Dodd or Arthur Gary Bishop or any of that kind of stuff either, unfortunately. Because I think that you're just asking for to piss people off, and I think it's also just kind of like, if this makes any sense, but like the vibes around it could be bad,
Right.
So
I mean, of course, right? The
vibes
of, but that one in particular, right? Is it still raining out there?
A little bit, not too bad.
Nice brick wall.
It's just, It feels nice out here, though. I'm glad I came out here. But yeah, it's weird because when you're doing true crime, you're just talking about it's depressing stuff. Like the more you think about it, these innocent people,
Yeah.
that got murdered and stuff. I'm thinking if we talk about our favorite comedians and music and other pop culture shit, it won't be as grim, you know.
Yeah.
And
when
maybe
we're
that'll
talking about, you know.
will manifest a more positive streaming attitude.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering, Russell, would you ever perform your music live for the audience?
I haven't really written anything, so I would have to start doing that.
Okay. You could play
I
some
could just,
covers, or how do you feel
yeah,
about that?
I could just improvise some stuff.
Oh yeah. Because you
I
did
had
that
the
little.
idea, yeah, because I had the idea, like TikTok clips are like a minute, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what if you could write a bunch of songs that were just a minute long?
Yeah. Do a minute long songs and do you have a TikTok right now?
No, I don't want to go on it because I've heard that like nothing but bad stuff about it. But other people I know use it, and people share links from it on Instagram and stuff like that, or clips. I mean, all the time.
Right.
I do like
Yeah.
Instagram.
Instagram
TikTok
is
dances. I don't know about dancing. If Hostbusters wants to dance, that's
I feel like I gotta
nothing.
get in shape before I fucking
Me too, man.
start
I
throwing my
actually
shit around.
by doctor's orders. I got to. So that was kind of.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about that a little bit. Do you have like a plan? Because I need to figure out all I know is I got to get my shit together. I don't
Yeah,
have like a.
that's basically mine too. Is I need to get my shit together. I need to not eat as much, and I need to cut out basically everything I was eating up until like I don't know last Thursday or Friday is when I went to the doctor and got the news that I needed to shape up.
Did they say it in a nice way?
Yes,
Okay.
they were very nice about it.
Um. Now, have you heard of the Yuka app?
No, what is that?
So it's related to healthy eating, and apparently you can point it, like I just pointed it at my spring water, and it gave me a score of 100 out of 100 healthy. So,
Oh, wait. Yeah. Not, like a couple days ago, I listened to comedy. What is the channel? And this guy did it
yes.
to everything Bert Kreischer eats and
Yep.
everything he
Yep.
did
That's how
got
I found out about it.
like the lowest score possible for healthiness, which I kind of feel for him because I think that helped me get pretty fat was drinking. And when you
Yeah.
gain all this weight from drinking, it doesn't really come off like they claim. But yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember what it was called, but I remember that Bert Kreischer's
Yeah.
favorite foods and beverages were all like the least healthy, which was kind of
Yeah.
what I was doing too. I just wasn't doing the machine and drinking, but I was
Mm.
basically like Bert Kreischer, which I kind of feel for the guy in a way. I am kind of
Yeah.
like the Bert Kreischer of Busters.
No. Well, then I am too, right? uh, you know, it's like I am interested in now the whole like drinking alcohol thing. I guess it's all the sugars and stuff, right?
Yeah, and I was a massive beer drinker for a few years, and that's all that fucking rice and barley and hops and wheat and shit. Yeah, And then plus what you'll do, or what I would do to try to sober up before you went to sleep, eat like a massive meal, which was really bad. Or like when you're hungover the next day, eating to try to get rid of the hangover. It was all that stuff combined.
Okay. So like,
All right, if anyone's a moderator, can we get rid of thank you. I won't say who it is, but thank you for letting us know there are 2 doxes in chat.
yeah, I was
But
looking at that. Where are the doxes at? I didn't see it.
See, if I say it, I'm saying it. So
Okay, all right. You don't have to say it. All right, yeah, let's take care of that. Okay, they're gone. All right, good.
they're gone. Okay, thank you, Red Sauce.
People are doing. People always got.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see, we get dragged into all this shit because someone we know talks about it every time they stream.
Okay.
Don't you get sick of it?
Yeah.
Like just that aspect of it. I mean, because we're not talking about any of these people. We don't really want to.
Yeah.
We don't care if somebody's friends with somebody or whatever, you know? That's...
Yeah, we're just here to do our thing.
Yeah.
And just... Because Jesse Lee Peterson was right. If you become like those that you're angry at, and when I would get angry at these people, I would start to become them.
Yeah, me too. I learned the hard way. Don't do that. Don't think you have to retaliate by doing the exact same shit.
So you felt the same way?
Yeah. I regretted it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man.
Because we like me personally, there's only like a couple people that I think it would be funny if someone pulled up on them and beat the crap out of them. But
yeah,
I'm not going to name them or anything like that. And I don't want them being doxxed or anything like that either.
Right. You would just kind of let it pass and like,
Yeah.
Just kind of let it be free.
Yeah, if something happened more than a couple of weeks ago, I would just drop it.
Yeah, and I think the inability for certain people to just like move forward and live, it's to their own detriment, because you got to keep moving. Like Casey Rocket says, you got to keep moving. Like Brendan Schaub says, got to keep. And that's another. Well, I don't even want to bring up Brendan Schaub. I feel like just like Bert Kreischer, he's been targeted by the. How do you feel about him, Russell?
I think that he tried his best.
Yeah.
But he a lot of people were telling him he was funny and stuff. So if someone tells you should do stand up, fuck MMA, like one of the most popular podcasters ever suggests you do it, you're going to do it, right? You're like, hey, this guy thinks I'm good enough.
They're gassing him up and like, saying like, holy shit, this guy's fucking, you're the next, George Carlton. That's how he referred to George Carlin.
George Carlton.
Yeah. I love Brendan Schaub. He's so simple, but he's not like a bad guy. I mean, maybe he's bad.
I don't think I do enjoy watching the videos where people kind of make fun of certain comedians and stuff like that, but I don't really hate any of them.
Yeah.
I can't say that, like, who's one that I kind of feel bad about saying this, but I don't really think of Joe Rogan as being a good stand-up comedian. Because I watched his last special. And I actually was like a lot of people. I was hoping he would start humping a stool, but he never did.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
But I think what we do, if it's like
Yeah.
5 people watching or 5 million people watching, we just want to be somewhat entertaining. We
Yeah.
don't want to kill anyone or cause anyone any harm or ruin their lives or families or financial situations or anything like that. We just want to make,
Yeah.
a couple dick and fart jokes and talk about stuff we like.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. Um,
Yeah, I think
my
a lot of people that I think are funny, like Anthony Cumia. I started watching him again. Now I think he's in South Carolina now, isn't he? And I still
yeah.
like him. And but I heard him do a really bad stand up, and I started thinking, stand up, like someone can be really, really, really funny, but are they going to be a good stand up? It's like its
Yeah.
own thing, you know? There's some
It
people that are
is.
good. Like Jim Norton, I always thought was really funny just talking on O&A or whatever he was on versus his stand up.
Yeah, that's interesting. Did it feel like I don't know, like kind of became more performative and in a not good way?
Well, I think it's probably it's like music in a lot of ways. You got to come up with material. You got to have faith in it and think it's funny. You got to think it's funny enough to tell it for what 30 some days in a row if you're on tour or something like that. But when you can
Yeah.
just riff, when you can just go with the moment or whatever, you have a lot of freedom and you can be like I remember
Yes.
just like thinking Jim Norton was hysterically funny on
Yeah,
O
the
and
way
A,
Oh yeah,
and that was
for
all just
sure.
shit off the top of his head. But stand up, like I don't know. I guess is there any jazz or jam band type stand ups that just
Hmm.
improvise everything? They just go up and start talking.
That's a good question. I think that was what I wanted to do a long time ago. But let me think of actual people who actually do that. Thinking. Have you heard of Stand Up on the Spot? That's by the guy who does a show with Bobby Lee, Bobby Lee's brother. Jeremiah Watkins does
Yucko the
improvised stand
clown
up.
was okay. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like that would be hard. Because it's like with music, there's a lot of people that can be really good musicians, but they don't write anything,
Yeah. But
or they're not very good at it. Which is what I struggle with is the part of being creative where you can actually make up your own stuff.
so you make it up in the moment more? Is that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah, it's a way of practicing.
so when you're playing, you're just kind of whatever happens to kind of come up. Whatever you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling
Yeah, it's
what you're
good to do
playing.
that to just kind of freeform for an hour or so just to get your fingers loose so you can go about the technical and skill aspects of playing.
Okay. That's the way to do it. So then, but have you never like had a riff or like a thing that you came up with in the moment that you're like, oh, I should write this down?
I used to, but I'm real bad
Yeah.
about just not liking anything after a while. I'm like, that sucks.
Do you think that the audience component to it might help you decide? Because that's what I'm saying is, uh, I I like to think about it like for me, I write 1,000 jokes so that maybe 10 or 100 are good. Like, I go volume, and I don't know. But, and maybe it's more, maybe it's less than that. The point being, you find out what people like. If you don't like something, would you like it if someone else did? If it resonated with other people, something that you thought wasn't good?
Yeah, I guess that would be kind of cool. It'd be unexpected.
Yeah, I think you would find that, like, there's probably stuff that you didn't like that other people did. Um, because you've been playing for so long, right?
Yeah,
You kind of mastered. Would you say you put your 10,000 hours in?
I really don't know. But I
Okay.
always consider it, like whenever I'm playing guitar, I always consider it practicing. Like I'm trying to
Okay.
get better. And stuff will
Practice.
pop into my head. Or I'll hear something from a musician I really like a lot. Like today, I was listening to some King Crimson and Robert Fripp, one of my favorite guitar players. He was
Mm,
playing some really cool stuff. And that inspired me
yeah.
to go like, yeah, I wonder if I can figure out how to do something like that. But yeah, I just consider it like it's always practicing, you know. You're always trying to do more.
It's always practice. And is that a mindset that you think? See, I'm conflicted about that with like comedy. Like, do I go up there and like I'm practicing, or do I go up there like I got to bring my A game? Or is that the same thing in your mind?
Um Basically it's just me wanting to be happy with how like the tone, like everything is like
Mm,
pretty much in tune. The playing is clean. There's no mistakes or anything like that. And yeah, it's just
okay.
basically practicing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking into like I said, I got a guitar. It's at my parents' place. Next time I visit, should be in the next week.
I remember really
I'm gonna.
enjoying that. Once I got used to, like, I guess there's like a period of time where you get used to tuning it, making sure the strings are somewhat new or in decent condition and the setup is okay. Like once you get used to actually like how you put your hands on your one hand on the neck and how you hold the pick or use your fingers, I really enjoyed practicing. And I would get
Yeah.
guitar magazines and they would have transcriptions to like 2 or 3 songs per issue, and also lessons from
Oh.
famous guitar players, like little examples written out in notation and tablature, which just shows you like where to put your fingers on what string. And I always liked doing that kind of stuff, and I
Well, yeah.
still enjoy. Like, look, I think I might have sent you something of chords that were like
Yeah. I
kind
was
of
gonna
like,
say you sent
yeah.
me something, and I'm
I
gonna.
still, I still practice that kind of stuff. Like if I'm reading about something and they mention a chord and I don't know how to play it, you can Google a chord by its name or a scale or whatever by its name, and it'll show up if you do an image search or whatever. So that's really easy nowadays.
Okay. Yeah. Where's the one that you sent me? Shit. I lost it. Fucking. Well, I'm sure if I click through the pictures, I could get to it. But yeah, you sent me that one. There were a few of them, right?
Yeah, it was something I saw, and it had like the basic, what they call
Oh, there
open
it is.
chords, like a minor, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. There it is, right? These are the chords. So A
Yeah,
minor.
yeah.
So, all right. So the black part, is that where you put your fingers?
Uh-huh. And the clear zeros above everything means you leave
Mm-hmm.
that string open. Like the
Okay.
X means you don't play the sixth string. The zero above it means you play the fifth string. You just don't press on any of the frets. You leave it open. And you leave the high E, or what do you want to call it? The first string open.
Okay. All right. So we're talking anything with an O. You're playing it. You're just not pressing down on it.
Yeah, you're just leaving the strings open. Because usually when you tune a
Okay.
guitar from that string with the X on it, that's an E, then it's an A, then it's a D, a G, a B, and then an E. And that's standard tuning, which is what you can use different tunings and stuff. But when you're just starting
Mm-hmm.
out, I would stick with standard tuning, at least your first few months of doing everything. And there's a
And
G
standard.
chord.
Okay. G chord
That's
right
in,
here.
yeah.
This.
Uh, See, you
Which
got
one?
G, that one
Yeah.
right there. It looks like
Yeah.
it has the. It looks like it has boobs below it.
Yeah.
But that's a standard chord that's in a ton of stuff. That C chord is very standard, and the A minor you could just go from G to C to A minor, and that's a bunch of songs.
Just those three chords. You could play a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
songs. Okay.
And that
All right.
regular A down there, that's a staple of a bunch of songs.
Hmm. So, how many chords, like in your estimate, how many do you know?
There's an endless amount of chords, but I don't know from memory. I know a lot of them just from how they sound and where you put your fingers at on the guitar, but I don't know what they're called because I'm not super technical when it comes with the theory stuff. But I don't know. I guess I know around 10 trillion chords off the top of my head. No,
Wow.
no, actually, no. You don't have to worry. No, I'm just kidding. I'm maybe I don't
You
know,
know a
like
lot of them, is the point, right?
yeah. But the thing is like no matter what kind of music it is, from like what you would consider really simple music to really like super complex music, there's not like thousands of chords to choose from. Really, I've noticed that there's really and a lot of stuff can be written to where like it doesn't even follow a chord change. It follows a melody that might be
Now, what is this? Okay, well, what is it? What do you mean by that? It follows a melody, not a chord change.
that a lot of jazz will do it to where it's just the instruments are playing a melody and the instruments the saxes or whatever might be playing in harmony but there's not really any
Hmm.
chords implied. A lot of people would call it modal.
Ah,
It's based on a mode, which is a scale, and not a set of chords. And
okay.
sometimes a lot of really complex music, like really harmonically and melodically complex music, is based on one or two chords. So it's more of like the
Really?
movement of the melody than the actual chords with a lot of stuff. Because Indian classical music, the sitar,
Hmm.
that kind of music, that's always based on one chord. Just one chord, like a drone, you know?
So you just
Like
have
I'm
to learn.
droning on right now.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, music is really fascinating. There's so much stuff you can do with it, and just for me personally, I've noticed in my life for like I don't know how many years now, but a bunch. that if I stick
Yeah.
with music, things go well. If I get distracted by other things and don't focus on music, things can get really bad for me with like how I occupy my time and stuff like that, you know?
Right. So it keeps you kind of like mentally sharp. Is that what you're saying? Or just in the right
Yeah,
mindset?
it's therapeutic. It's a good
Yeah.
way to relax, and it's I don't know. I just always like I can always think of like some music to listen to. Always room for improvement in my playing of guitar and bass. I do guitar and bass. And yeah, it's just endless. And I don't want to talk out of turn here, but if you're under the influence of controlled substances, it can be really fun listening to music and playing an instrument under the, as they say, influence.
That's what, like Jimi Hendrix style?
Well, I think a lot of those guys did. Or
You've
just
got.
listen to something under the influence and had like this really vivid experience that inspired them to write something, you know?
Now, speaking of under the influence, just kidding. We've got Sam Hill here. How are you today? We're talking guitar with Russell.
Hey Russell, can I sing some
Um,
Dylan?
sure.
Is my audio
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
There must be some way out of here, said the Joker to the cheap feet. No. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine. Plowmen dig my earth. None of them along the line knows any of it worth. I think there's probably general agreement. I stopped there. I know myself.
That was the hit song,
They like a
All Along
shorter
the
version. The
Watchtower.
shorter, the better.
The TikTok versions of everything.
I
Yeah,
want to
everybody's.
ask you, Russell, did you said you were going to appear at a club. So did you do that? HB?
Wait, did you ask Russell or me?
No, you're the one appearing in a comedy club.
Oh yeah. So, this was I did it 2 weeks in a
I'll be
row.
right back.
Okay, glad you asked that question. um, yeah, we're just here riffing and skiffing. Uh,
Yeah.
Russell, would you ever do play at like a club situation if you had the right song and everything set up?
Yeah, but I would want at least a
Okay,
drummer. At least a drummer.
Did you do it
okay.
last week, HB?
I did it last week and this week.
Well, how did it go last week?
The first week it was so. I think the second week it went a little better than that. I
Well, that's
filmed some
good.
of it. I'm more so feel like I want to work on my pacing and delivery. Speed it up a little bit, you know,
Can you do some
because
jokes now and we'll give you advice?
well, the one joke from the recording, I could show you the actual joke, or I could just tell it to you.
I'd
Um,
like to see it, man.
Russell, you've already seen my shit, so I feel like I'm putting him through hell if I did that. Um,
Not at all.
What a terrible way to describe it. What
no, it's just
confidence.
like I remember. No. Here's what it is,
Okay,
right?
just
Whether it's
show it.
good or not.
Okay, but
All
the
right.
preface don't matter. Just
Okay.
show it.
All right. Let me
Oh,
find
listen, no prelude.
it.
Presley, I used to be able to do a pretty good Neil Young.
I sing Neil Young. You make fun of it. Russell made fun of my Neil Young.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well,
He really criticizes me a lot. People they like him so they don't know. He really gets digs in at me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, we get digs in at each other because we're busters.
Yeah, but he's popular. He got an advantage.
Who? Russell?
Oh, I get
Yeah,
mad
he
at
is popular.
He says
He is
things
popular.
about me like I'm a pedo and I'm old and I'm a character.
Wait, Russell?
Nothing.
Russell doesn't call you a pedo.
He did when the AI Sam Hill came in.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, you don't even remember the stories. Remember,
No.
we know he got mad at me and wanted to kill me. That was a real me.
Yeah, that was
But
real. That's why he's popular, because he's just a likable
He
guy.
picks up a lot of the anti-Sam Hill. Yeah.
What's
Right,
going
Russ?
on, guys? Sorry about that.
What are you
I was
doing?
We're just
I
talking
was
about
away.
how popular you
What
are.
do you mean a year away? What are you doing?
it's waning. I'm reaching my Elvis doing Vegas era
Boy, you really
of popularity.
Oh, yeah, you look
But
good
anyway.
on the screen. He looks good so far.
Hey Sam, you want a world premiere of me without a beard?
Oh,
Oh, no comment.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
right.
see. I'm on
You look
a.
you look professional and you look
I'm on
square.
a. I'm on a diet. I'm on a diet, Sam. So what I want to do is be able to look at my face and see if I'm losing weight. You know,
I don't
you can't-
know. What do you,
and I can't do that with the beard.
how did
The
you
beard
put on
covers
all
it
that
up.
weight? Okay, well, let's watch the HP thing. You look fine.
Eating nothing
Sam,
but bad food.
You look
what
fine,
do
Russell.
you look like, Sam? You fucking.
I look like I want to see this video of you. That's
Patrick
important thing. That's what
Swayze
did
with
it.
blonde, a Dirty Dancing era Patrick Swayze with blonde hair is what Sam
Yeah.
Hill looks like.
So, would you comment on? I'm
What?
trying to say it in a nice way to GLM. That GLM is making lives saying that Andy Cruz, through neglect, murdered his father. Would you call that as not a cool thing to do and try to convince? I think she likes Russell. No, there's no punchline. It's a terrible thing
You're
to
asking
do.
Russell to call it out or me?
Yeah. Well, does she like you? I don't know.
Just judging by the fact that she calls
Everybody
me.
likes Russell. That's why I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, but that's not always the case, Sam. And plus, we really don't want to get involved in what's been going on for like the past couple
Why do you
months
speak?
now.
Why do you use that pronoun? You mean you don't? Of course, I'm interested in this.
Well, no, I mean Housebuster's, I believe, feels the same way.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. You don't have to speak for him. Go ahead, HB.
What? What's my opinion?
He's thinking,
You're
where's
asking
that
me what
bottle?
my opinion.
There's still
No,
half
listen,
full.
I'm here. Don't fight the. Listen, sometimes I don't.
I
pay
know what
attention,
you're
but
thinking.
I'm thinking that I usually like to have 3 or 4 or 5. I like to call out 5 things at once. Tell me what else I'm gonna call out.
Okay, you like Andy? Just say it's wrong to make. I don't think she understands. It's just wrong to make somebody feel bad that she's making it seem like he committed murder on his own mother.
Wait, so who's saying that?
GLM.
GLM.
She's fighting Andy,
Andy Cruz is a good guy.
right?
Don't attack him.
Yeah.
Don't bring his father into things. You know, you
His
don't like.
mother. She's saying like he
Or his
basically
mother.
killed his mother.
Don't bring his mother into things either.
Okay, there you go.
But if you want to bring his father into things, that's also not cool.
No, I think his father's fine.
No, but I'm just saying, you don't like to be attacked, so don't attack other people.
People bring my father all the time into it.
Is that good?
It doesn't bother. It provided. I had these feelings, and I talked it out to death on air. It was good to talk about. These feelings I had.
But that's you talking about it, and that's you talking about your
Yeah.
father. Do you want other people being like, "Oh, your dad was a piece of shit," or
Yeah.
"You hurt your dad, you're bad"?
Yeah, No, that he's a. It's like the true story of the therapist. I always was under the impression, like kids, I always think they're the problem, right? So I thought I was the
Yeah.
problem, and then I was talking out with a therapist, and I told him all about my dad, and he said, "Yeah, he sounds like a real bastard." I went, "Whoa! I'd never
Whoa.
had that realization before. I always assumed it was always my fault."
Okay, so then in that case, did you feel good about hearing someone say that, or did it still
Yeah.
feel weird? It did feel
No, it
good.
kind of freed me up. I heard it differently. I don't know much about your father. Was he like an accountant? What kind of work is he still working? Is he
You
like
just
what?
assumed he's an accountant. Now, what? Let me ask you, what would give you that predilection to assume he's an
Predilection.
accountant?
What made you say predilection?
I just, you know,
You really
I'm a
predilection.
college big word
What is a
guy.
predilection? I think
I actually don't know.
From what I remember, Hostbuster's father is a show business attorney.
is he really? I don't know. I believe anything he told me. What does he do?
I like software engineer.
Oh, that sounds like he's really smart.
He was gonna work at NASA at one point,
Uh-huh.
but he had to move
Why did he have to move?
because he wanted to live somewhere that my mom could still visit her mother.
What a terrible decision.
Well, I don't
You could
know.
have been
Maybe
an
in
ass
hindsight,
unhappy and for that kind of stuff. Really, your poor dad. Is he like happy or is he bitter? What's your dad like?
um, like how does he feel about it? I mean, he doesn't. I don't know what he internally feels about it.
I
If
mean,
he
does he go
ever has
around like
regrets.
happy personality? Does he make jokes? Is he bitter?
He does make jokes, yeah.
Oh, he makes jokes. Is he
Yeah.
funny?
Yeah, I would say that that's where I got like a sense
Oh.
of humor from.
Nice. So look, it sounds like, I mean, the second time you didn't flop and you got a sense you're getting a little bit of experience. So you need to go. I was ready to give you a hard time. So you need to go when you Saturday? Is that when you go?
I go on Mondays.
Oh, you go
I would
Mondays.
say it's
Okay.
not like it's like you got to kind of like be tempered because it's not like a total flop like a bomb, but it's just like some jokes work, some jokes don't. I'm trying out new stuff.
That sounds great.
If it was on SNL, and I did that way, I would call it a bomb, right?
Maybe you'll
At
be
an
on
open mic,
SNL someday. I think you'd be good on the show.
I don't want to. I don't think.
I mean, I'm
I don't
not
know if
saying
I
it's
would
going to happen
ever.
next week. Right, Russell? I could see
No,
him
but
on there.
let's say this. I don't see myself being on SNL, but I don't even know if I would want to be on SNL because not nothing
Oh,
against the
come
show, but
on.
you would have
Come on.
a microscope on you. Like that's too. Like Red Bar talks about being too famous. I feel like that's too famous.
Oh, Red Bar. I watched Red Bar. I thought in your day you were fun. You're funnier than Red Bar.
Well, uh, people like him, people like me. I don't know.
Is he on TV?
He's on. No, but he has like a TV. Basically has a TV set, like a TV level.
Oh.
Uh,
How much money
broadcast set.
does he make?
Good question. Wait, have you ever seen the set that he has?
Yeah, I've seen a couple clips.
Okay.
He just didn't interest me to keep watching.
Did you give it a year?
No, I think I gave it like 5 minutes. Really?
Okay. That his slogan is "Give it a year."
Yeah, but that's some drip on the internet. I mean, his slogan could give peace a chance. So he says. He didn't hold. The first thing you know is, does the person hold your attention? Right?
Right.
I mean, probably a lot of people are not hearing this. So there's not a lot of pressure.
Mm.
That's a good part about not hearing.
Yeah.
How many people are watching?
13.
Oh.
So
But it's
roughly
relative,
the same.
right? It really is relative.
When they're in person, people, Yeah.
Well, who are the people?
Who are these people?
Is anybody
We've
in
got
chat?
Michelle.
Oh, is Michelle the one? I asked her in chat. Russell, is Michelle the one that loves you, but you don't want to be around her or something? See that? Is that Michelle?
What?
No, that's not true at all,
It's a
Sam.
different Michelle or the same one?
There's never been a Michelle that's wanted to be around me, but I haven't wanted her
What's the
around.
name of the lady that you didn't want to be around on air? Wasn't that Michelle?
Jarva? No, I'm kidding.
You know,
Karen.
I came in thinking that they
Listen,
were
I
friends,
feel like you're
and it
making.
later turned
I feel
out
like
that
you're inventing
Russell wanted
drama
nothing to do with
just
her.
to invent it.
It's not drama. What's the
Do
drama?
you think Sam is just making shit up just for the hell of it?
Russell, no. The last time on stream, like you really annoyed him. He wanted to know part of you, which is interesting. No, Russell can reject women. Why not? He rejected
No,
Michelle.
but he's saying. Oh, I thought he was saying. Okay.
I don't really. I think if I felt a certain way at a certain time, it was due to some bad blood that's
You
no
didn't do
longer.
anything bad. Neither of you did anything bad.
It was there was a little period where we weren't really getting along, but it was not for that much.
You mean you're back to being friends with her?
Yeah, that.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I didn't know. The last
It's a
time
short-
was very uncomfortable watching
What?
Yeah.
because he was rejecting her. It's obvious.
No,
she liked him,
it
but-
wasn't. It's not. No, that's not obvious of
Well,
any
it
of that
changed,
Russell's
I
an
guess. Come
An
on,
alpha
Russell.
male.
He's
He's
so
got women
sharing
coming
about his
after him,
life.
and
Just,
sometimes he's got to reject them.
He's
gotta
holding it like
say,
it's a
hey,
state secret.
know?
Russell.
I don't have any secrets when it
Sorry,
comes to
ladies,
anything like that.
you're not up to par. No, I'm just.
I had a secret.
I'm just
I
talking
dreamt.
shit.
I said I shouldn't say this, but I forgot what it was.
You had a dream?
Yeah, the dream was I had this secret, and I knew what the secret was. And then I said, "Oh, I better not say that," but I forgot what it was.
Oh, okay. Real suspense.
Do you have a secret that you'd be embarrassed to tell?
I'm gay. Don't tell anybody.
Have you had gay sex before?
No.
Because you're
Yes.
a swinger.
Yes, don't tell anybody.
What did you do? How was it? It wasn't
It
with
was
AOC. I hope.
amazing. It was a
Did the person
a
have a
police
clean
officer.
anus? What do you mean, police officer? Don't say that.
No, I'm just fucking.
I think I know your reference. Wow.
Let me think.
Whoa.
Do I have any good No, I have things I'm embarrassed about though.
Like what?
Like I guess I already talked about the whole littering thing, but a guy called me out for littering.
Is that it? That's. I mean. It's
Well,
not
no,
good,
it
but it's
wasn't
such a
just
small
that he
thing.
said that. It was that I lost my mind and wanted to open his car door and tried to fight him.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this?
3 days ago. It was right the same day
Whoa.
of the open mic, right before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you describe that? What happened?
He I just threw stuff out the window, right? You know, he said, "Hey, you gonna pick that up?"
Oh no! He scolded you,
Yeah.
Lexi like.
And I was like, "All right, yeah."
Wow, he's trying to
whatever,
bully
I'll throw
you.
it out.
Did he look like? Was he bigger than you? Why would that's
No.
like a bully move? You better do
So
it.
I
or
threw it
else.
out, but then I went to because listen, I realized I did the wrong thing. So
Yeah, it's
whatever,
hard to defend. You're a litterer.
right? So I
Yeah,
threw it out.
Pretty scummy.
But then the thing that pissed me off was I went over to talk to him,
Yeah.
and he just sped away. He said, "I have kids in my car," and he
Oh,
sped
he
away.
didn't want
And I
to. He didn't
felt
want to
like,
spend the time.
what a
It was just
fucking
it
bitch.
was just a word He decided he didn't want to spend the time. It wasn't worth it.
So then later on, when I find him driving, he has no kids in the car. I pull over, and he looks at me, and I open his car door, and I go like I'm gonna fight him.
Wow.
And then some woman behind me starts talking and is like a witness. So now I can't just like engage in something because there's a witness, and I'm just like, okay. So now I'm arguing with this woman, and then I remove myself from the situation. I drive away. I park around the corner. And then I get my wits about me, and I'm like, all right, listen, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. He called me out for littering. Why am I, like, losing my mind? So I go back, and I just basically apologize for losing my shit. And the guy's freaked out because he's like, wait a second, this guy 1 minute ago who was, like, opening my car door, like, chasing me, is all of a sudden apologetic? I don't believe it. And I'm like, listen, I'm not going to come over to you and shake your hand. I'm sure you don't trust me. I apologize. And I just walked away. And they said, yeah, you should probably leave because somebody just called the cops.
Wow. Hi, Jarba.
Hello. Welcome to the program.
Prime. Wow, what an opening she has.
Yeah. Oh, now she's gone.
Good exit. What's up with her?
I don't know.
I think we should refer to them as hosts ass beaters now.
Isn't that weird? That's irrational behavior.
Yeah, it was a bit much.
So do you have emotional problems then?
What?
Do you have emotional problems?
Self-control. Lacking in self-control.
We both have that.
You have impulse problems, right?
Yeah, because I knew I did the wrong thing. I just felt like I don't know.
Yeah, Sam. What I can
situation.
sort of gander is
Welcome,
if someone is trying to shame you or make you feel ashamed of yourself for doing something,
is trying to shame
it pisses you off, right? You don't want someone treating you like that.
GLM is trying to make it like Andy killed his mother, which he didn't do. But if he believed it, it would be she's shaming him. Shame isn't good, right?
Yeah. For me, it was just like, all right, I learned my lesson. I shouldn't have done it. I had a moment of clarity. I threw out the trash.
Yeah.
It felt like it was more than that. Like he wanted to make an example. He wanted to call the police. I feel like that's
People
a white person
nowadays.
thing to do.
People.
No, he was scared. Not even. I'm not talking about the threat of violence. I'm talking about just the fact that I littered. He wanted to call the police.
Oh, well, some people, they're really into the environment. That's their thing.
I'm not anti-environment. I just have moments of weakness.
You know, I actually
sometimes
hate when
I do the
people
wrong
litter.
thing.
When people throw things out the car door, what is Jarba doing? Why is
She's
she
here. She probably just doesn't want to come in as immediately while I'm yelling about some bullshit.
She has to pick her
a guy.
persona.
Welcome to the program, Jarva. We're happy to have you here. The Jarva appeal team, rise up.
How are you happy? She doesn't even be understood.
All right, don't turn this into a fight right away. Let's welcome her to the program.
Sure. She's
Welcome.
wonderful so far.
Hello. Insecure. You need to be ejaculated.
Wonderful dialogue.
I'm reading this chat. Is there a link somewhere, or is there some super secret Buster server that you need to be ejacked into?
If only she would come back.
What are you
To Hell and
implying
Back.
here?
Remember that movie, Russell, To Hell and Back? You know who was in it? That's a real tricky one. To Hell and Back.
I haven't seen that one.
Audie Murphy.
Oh yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. Little guy who was a hero in World War II. Became a movie
I
star.
feel like I hear an old 1970s tube TV.
Is she ever going to do a great appearance?
Who wanted to know about ejacking? You do not have
Insecure
to.
ball doggy. If you want to know why, I don't know what the ejack thing is about, but
We
they're probably
don't
right.
require.
We don't require you to ejack.
You don't know what
Yeah, you
ejack
don't.
is, but you're a swinger. Okay.
Listen.
What is isn't that considered? Is that soliciting? We will not solicit you. We will not ask you to dock or snoodle or anything like that. No soaking, no gooning. But this is not really like a private thing. But this is Hostbusters stream, and you have to masturbate with him.
Somebody explained docking to me. I'd never heard the term. You know what that means? Docking?
I know you got excited by it.
Oh,
didn't
Sam,
No,
Sam.
you get excited. I
Oh,
never
Sam.
played it
Yeah.
before.
Oh, I've never heard of that before. What could that possibly be?
It happened at camp one time. I remember.
Well, it's when you plug your laptop in, right? It's not a super weird. Wait, Russell, did you learn it from Jim Norton like I did?
Oh.
I actually read about it. Something to do with gay sex. It was one of those know your meme kind of things. So maybe I did hear it from little Jimmy at first, and then looked it up.
Yeah, he was unfortunately where I learned all that shit, or maybe it's good.
I think I might have heard of it. Okay, I probably didn't know what it was, but had heard it mentioned, and then Jim Norton cleared it up for me. So, because I started listening to them like right around the time they came back. Remember the Sex for Sam or whatever got them fired, and then they came on. Was it just XM back then? This before the merger. Yeah, that's when I started listening to them.
So
Kind of illegally, I'll admit, illegally. I was not a paid subscriber. Yes.
Russell, Opie's show is bombing. Nobody watches
Yes.
His
What's
new
up?
show.
And he and Anthony dislike each other way more now than ever. And it's been somebody said like 12 years since 11 years since he got fired.
Really? Yeah.
And Kevin Brennan, he reminded me of Sam. Anthony recently talked about Kevin Brennan getting pulled over. And every time, in response to the video clip Kevin Brennan was watching of Anthony, every time Anthony said something he didn't like, he mentioned that Anthony was a racist who got fired from $1 million+ a year job. Like every time Anthony said something he didn't like,
wow,
he brought this up.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah, I thought they were
check
somewhat
this
cool
out.
with each other. Wasn't Kevin Brennan on Compound Media for a while?
it's kind of like me and Rev.
I lost track of that shit for a while, but then I noticed that Gavin McInnes was part of that shit, and I started listening to Anthony again.
Rev was really good on Shaw, like Opie was with Kumia, but then nothing. Opie went down, and Kumia did well. It's kind of like Shaw did well, and Rev's gone like Opie like.
And the ironic part is that Rev's a good person and you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's oppositional
I
comedy.
agree. I agree.
You don't agree. There's no Busters without me.
Sam?
HB. Jarba, we don't need. What's going on with Jarba? Why are you letting her stay here, HB?
Why am I letting her stay here? I don't know. We're just
Your audio's interrupting.
Wait, is that her?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Then start talking.
Hold on.
And just take the floor.
Oh, that was her audio? No, that's you. That's Russell.
Really?
No, but in the comment, you You said something.
Good
Let
thing.
Jarva in.
Good thing.
Let
we're not
Jarva
being that
in.
Funny,
Oh, she
so
switched.
it's
Okay,
not
okay, my
wrecking
bad.
anything.
Yo.
Two wrongs are still wrong.
I do feel like you target her. She's a targeted individual when you're around.
You're welcome.
I'm correct?
Oh, you're not correct. No. She owes me hallelujah. She
I
never
am
sang.
targeted, and I am a target on fashion designer, and I can fit into
All
a
right.
Target bag.
She's an
Where's
influencer.
David
To
Walsh?
target.
Do you
David
know how
Walsh
I don't?
gave up.
Is that my audio? No, I'm not in there.
No, that's Russell. Do you have a like a tube amplifier playing or something in the background?
No, but I keep opening and closing a door, a sliding glass door. Is that what you're hearing?
Wonderful.
Oh, no, I
cool
think it's
thing
my
to do.
echo shit.
It's just Buster's. Let me fiddle with this
Oh,
door.
I think it's the. Wait, hold on. You know what? Let me do something. I'm the. It's my job to be the technical director around here.
Well,
so
you're
let me
fired.
Get
You
into
need to come
the
up with 5 PowerPoints why you should keep your job.
5 PowerPoint. Okay. I'm
Test,
5
test.
I like that
PowerPoints.
idea, by the way. I like that idea. You know the reference, right?
I'm a great person. I'm part Jewish, so you would be going after somebody who's a minority. I occasionally make people laugh, so I'm helping the morale once in a while. I understand the value of fabric like this.
Why don't you get some?
And I understand that a good
understand
camera
it's
creates a
trash.
better visual.
You need more understanding.
So
Test,
that's the
test.
5
Do you
things
understand?
that I
Test,
do that
test.
are
Do you
great.
understand? I could have been somebody instead of the bum I am. It was you, HB.
Mm.
Can I tell you guys how
Wonderful
alone in the
teamwork.
world?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so alone, so hyper recluse
Oh.
mode that I poured myself half a beer 10 minutes ago, and then I cheersed with my percolator. And
What an addict! Half a beer.
All right.
Oh, what a challenge!
But I
Are you
cheers with my
okay? You
percolator,
wanna call
Sam.
a cat
Okay.
It was
half a
social.
beer? Ooh.
It was social. Before that, I had coffee, and I cheers to my coffee
Ooh,
machine
coffee,
as I
coffee
poured
and
it.
beer.
So,
Alert the authorities. I hope you're not.
and then I thought that's
driving.
kind of lame. When you're cheersing your percolator like it's a person, and you're talking to
What
pigeons
kind
all
of
day long,
beer
it's
do you
like,
drink?
it's kind of sad. It was one of
What
those
kind of
moments
beer?
where I zoomed
Well, it
out and
depends
looked
on
at
what kind of
myself,
beer.
and I was like, that's kind of sad. You shouldn't be
Okay.
cheersing a percolator.
What kind of beer do you drink?
Well, I found I don't know. Do you know this thing, Go Puff?
No.
You probably a
Yeah.
trust fund Hollywood, good-looking
No, I
Howard
have nothing to
Hughes
do with
like
Puff.
mystery
Puff the Magic
YouTuber
Dragon.
like you might
That's what
use.
I like.
Well, it's this
I think
service
Mary
that's just
Travers
wastes
might have written
money.
that. Did Bob
know?
Dylan write that?
Mm.
I think Bob Dylan might have written that.
I've
Puff
been
the
buying all
Magic
these
Dragon.
products that you return that you can try for 2 weeks and then return for free. And this is my new thing. And then I plan on emptying the products into
I
separate
hope
containers
it's not
and
a
then
rubber
returning them.
condom.
And I'm thinking that
You don't wanna
these
return
companies must somehow be able to write it off where they're really
Write it
like,
off.
making
Call
money,
it
even
educate.
though
Write
they're
it off.
giving out these products and then refunding you and
Why
all
don't
this
you write
stuff.
off your story?
Well, Tough is kind of like that. It's like this food place that delivers food everywhere. But all they do, they throw out like a whole
Oh, they
grocery
bro
store
out
of
or
food
brew out?
out their back into the
Out their
dumpster like
back.
every day.
That's better
And they
than on
cover
your
it up.
back.
But if you're in the know,
Like
you know.
regurgitation. It comes
And so
right
that's
out.
where I got the beer. I got a 12-pack
I
of
feel
beer
like
in the Go
regurgitating
Puff's
listening to this. Don't
I'm
mind the
sorry.
stream.
I
It
forgot I
is a
started to talk
repeat.
about nothing.
I feel like this is a
and May
repeat
noodles.
of.
It's
This is
gonna
a
be
repeat of
May
last
noodles
time.
or no content at all.
I can't
It's
hear
a
her
repeat
because
of,
Sam.
of regurgitation.
So let me ask you something, Sam. Is this just your style where you feel intimidated and you
Yeah.
talk over the
Yeah.
person speaking?
You got me.
Did I get
You got
you?
me, Buster Brown.
Now you're saying that ironically, like I didn't get you.
Okay, I'll listen.
But I think
to
I
her.
got you.
I was just trying to have fun with her. Why don't you try it?
Oh, all
You
right,
like it.
all right. If you're having fun, hey. If you're
Why
having
don't you kiss a
fun,
boy? You'll like it. Over 18.
if you're having fun, have
Remember?
fun. Now she muted herself because
Nobody's gonna clip this, but my
When
little
Sam starts to
my
get that
fantasy
wacky,
chat.
gassy tone to his voice, and he starts like doing that weird little laugh, and
Well,
like you
that's
can
true.
see his mind
You got a
trailing off
point.
on his little like
She got me.
delirium fantasies. It's like
Yeah.
it feels like why I get upset is like it feels
That's
like
right.
this like it feels like a slug
It feels like
masturbating in the room
Paris
with you.
in
You know what I mean?
springtime.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know what you mean. You're right.
you know what it feels like when you're in your slug
I'd like to
trails.
feel my hand
You
around her
sloppy
neck.
slug.
No. I had to put that knot in.
Let me ask you a
just a
question.
bad
When was the
joke.
last time you didn't act like a total jackass?
What time is it?
I don't know. No, listen, you're
What
doing
time did I
a
get here?
great job at whatever you do.
Okay, I'm just trying to have fun.
I'm having fun with it.
Okay, well she's very quick. Let her. She's quicker than you. Let her come back. That's all.
Oh, I
Let
hear.
us go.
Listen, are you digging what I'm shoveling?
No, I want no shit.
right.
Go shovel somewhere else.
No, because
Go
listen.
shovel your own shit. You're getting hurt.
All right, I'll.
Okay,
check my
I'm just trying to have fun.
privilege.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go snort
No.
it in.
Where are you going? Then
I'm
I'm
gonna go
going.
snort a
You're
snort
gonna
some
go take
nicotine.
cough
No.
Okay, well, nice. I don't know. Was it fun? I don't know. Too much
What?
over talking. I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Well, you're going.
fuck outta
I'm not
here.
gonna. I'm not gonna. Why would I stay up here if you're going?
I'm not gonna go. I was joking. God damn.
What's the joke? You're gonna go get tobacco? Don't use that joke.
All right, it wasn't
So
a
you got
good joke,
applause.
so I won't
Did they
use it.
applaud you at the end? Did they laugh? I mean, we both.
See, all right, applaud. Okay, they applaud for everybody. So of course, I
Did
got a
they
standing
laugh at
ovation.
your jokes? I still want to see.
Oh,
you
you
put
told
that
me.
video on.
Yeah,
That clip.
I can do it. Yeah, give me a minute and I'll do that.
Okay, a minute.
But I
Who
got a
can fill
question
a
for you.
minute? I can fill 12 hours.
Can you?
I used to when you would go off, didn't I?
So, all right. So here's my question, right? Let's say that you are a gay person,
Okay.
and you're watching somebody do a joke about things that are about that topic.
Right.
How do you react in 5 words?
I didn't like when Nocto. So Nocto, it seemed like he was Irish. His heritage was Irish, and then last I heard
Okay.
he said he's British. So I feel a little offended.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Nocto said he was Irish.
I thought he was
sure?
Irish. He identified as Irish.
Are you sure that it's not like those modern things where people identify differently than what they are?
Who does? Oh, that's like Sheppy would identify as a white individual. It turned out he was African American. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That you're with somebody so long. Like I knew this bum for years, and then it turns out he's not even his own ethnic identity.
What do you mean by that?
Because he made like he was white.
He was a white person?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he even used a couple N-words. And it turns out that he's an African American guy.
Now, African American people are like,
You don't have to say people. It's assumed. We know. Black Africans or African Americans. You don't have to say people.
I call them people.
We
I
assume
don't see
they're people.
Do you find it obnoxious when people say I don't see color?
Yeah, I think we notice color.
Okay.
But I like their intent. Their intent to say is I'm
No.
not prejudiced. But like it depends where you live. If you live like I used to teach intern in a black neighborhood, so everybody black, the white guy becomes a parent. But I did that when I walked down Kensington Boulevard too. That I was the only whitey with all black. But if a black man is only whitey, then it gets kind of noticed. Not
Okay.
necessarily in a bad way, but noticed.
Now let me
Because
ask you
differences
something.
are noticed anyway.
Differences?
Well, if someone's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm the only white,
Um,
I've been in situations, especially like I've had black in-law kind of family. I had my first girl.
Yeah.
So I've been around, yeah.
And when you're in those situations, how do you feel like when you were in that situation? Was there a amount of time? But did you feel like you were the? Did anybody ever call you a cracker?
Well, the story, when I was a pool boy, I was really hired. It was an ad for maintenance, and this black man did hire me later on when his daughters told me because he was from Compton, made a lot of money, moved out to Hollywood, had a mansion. But the fact that I was a whitey is essentially, good looking, was why he hired me. So he
Now-
had he was a really older gentleman, and he got off on, I guess, because the stereotype is the black people of his generation would serve whitey, but he was well made and rich enough that he could have whitey serve his family and friends. It worked
Now,
out for me. I didn't mind it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
As it
of course.
did it absolve you of white guilt?
No, I never had white guilt. Did you, Russ?
Did you?
Have you felt?
No,
like
I don't. I don't
Or
have
Russ?
any white guilt.
Yeah, I have no white guilt.
Uh-uh.
I mean, guilt for the shit I did, but you know.
Did you? What did you think of Trump's speech?
I heard about it, and usually I am up on the politics. I did not see it. I heard that it.
I watched
didn't-
it. I
Well,
watched.
what was your opinion?
Well, Russell, did you see it or Russ?
Yeah, it was all right.
I thought it was really good. It was interesting because historically, there's been like the Democrats sit on one side and the Republicans, and traditionally, like Biden will throw out, "Oh, let's all thank the military," and the Democrats and Republicans will clap together. But in this speech, I don't think the Democrats ever. So one half would be applauding and cheering, and the other half was silent. It was really depressing. But I thought Trump did a good job. He does like comics. We acknowledge reality. So most people would say, okay, thank you, take the applause. But he pointed out the oddity and said to the Democrats, he said, you're never going to applaud for me. If I cure cancer, you're not going to applaud. So I thought it was really clever. He just called out reality, which is what I do sometimes. Just instead of making like it's not happening, he does that, and I thought he did it really well. And I thought it was a really popular. I'm independent, but I thought he did really well as a communicator, and that's what a comic does, just in a different way. But a comic communicates truth, probably more truthfully than a politician. Are you going to talk?
So you felt jazzed up by that?
Well, it's like I'm involved a little bit here because I like Andy Cruz, and I think
Okay.
GLM I'm trying to make a truce. But boy, I mean Hamas and Israel, people can't even make peace in this here YouTube.
So
Whoa.
okay. You're saying which one is Hamas? Is Andy Hamas, or is
Well, Hamas is so
GLM
bad.
Israel?
I don't want to do that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Which one is Palestine, and which one is Israel?
Why don't we use states?
What?
I mean, because both of them, it's like Trump with Ukraine. Trump's telling Zelensky, that that it's probably a good thing if Putin is semi-friendly to Trump, because if Putin hates Trump, then Trump won't have much influence. So who knows what Trump is doing with
Right.
all this stuff?
But why
He
why
might
is it
be
a good thing
negotiating,
for
playing
him?
tricks, right?
Yeah, but you also don't want to embolden him and let him, start World War III.
Yeah, well, you don't want that. We agree.
Yeah.
Not the desired outcome. But I think what's going to happen, 2 years, Trump's got 2 years to get it together, because in 2 years there's congressional elections. So Trump got to handle inflation. It'll come back to the money again. If there's bad inflation in 2 years, the Democrats win. If Trump can get inflation down to no war, wow. Because I don't care that much about his personality as much as can he help the country or not.
Well, what do you
Right.
think about that whole thing about telling Zelensky that he was going to start World War III? Did that make sense to you?
Well, the whole thing was scripted, of course.
Okay, I have a question
Well,
for
not
Sam
on
Hill.
his side. Yes, it was.
I have a question for
Oh,
Sam Hill.
welcome back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh-oh. Where's my other phone? Oh my god. Oh
Ready
my
with the question.
Can you hear that?
Hello? You're wasting the time of busters. How dare you? She puts so much importance on her appearance.
Mm.
She don't care.
I like the sound collage we got going on.
Yeah,
It
you like
interests
that?
me.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
One
go
more
ahead.
like that?
It's keeping
You're
it
on
interesting.
Busters. No.
Whoa.
Thank you for the audio effects.
Okay, the echo chamber?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so my question is,
Well,
Samuel, during this time where you engaged with an other racial, aka non-whitey, alleged
I've had a lot of
woman,
them.
what was your
Real.
cracker consumption like?
I like
myself.
differences. I love the, I
No, the
love
question
the
is about your
contrast.
cracker consumption. The question, Samuel, is about your cracker consumption. About how often were you eating crackers and what
Yeah, I don't
brands
like
of
your
crackers were you
nonsense.
eating it? How does
I
it
don't-
compare to your
I don't
current
like
cracker
the style
consumption?
of
Please,
comedy.
thank you, Samuel.
It's kind of like, that one of these Crosby used to play the drunk. I didn't like that either. Certain things
what?
of comedy.
That's
bits
not
of-
an answer.
It's a
Well,
very literal
she's
question.
doing
I'll mute
shtick
myself.
it's not a literal question. You don't give a fuck about crackers. What are you talking?
I care a
What
lot
do you
about
give
I have a
fuck
vested
about?
question about crackers.
Or
I think that
singing-
HB Prime wants to know the answer. I think the audience
Of course.
cares.
What audience?
We want to know.
Anybody
It's beautiful. Beautiful. We have the most.
If you can't
Can I
be
tell
honest
you?
about your cracker consumption, what can you be honest about, Sam Hill?
That's true.
Good question.
Come on.
I don't know. What about you?
And that's
what can
the
you be
bottom
honest
line.
about? You haven't given one honest.
I'm
appearance
off
of
the
who you are in
crackers,
years. We don't know
personally.
who you
Russell
are.
is off the crackers, and I would like to take the Yucca app and check
I think how do crackers go with cough medicine?
check the Cheez-Its. What?
Do they go? What goes well with cough medicine?
What reason do you have to deflect about a cracker
Benzos.
question, Sam? Why can't you answer honestly
Benzos.
what crackers you
Yeah.
consume, what
Mentos.
brands, and in what quantities? I'll mute myself.
Good. Why didn't you mute yourself before you spoke?
I don't. It's a little.
That would have made more sense.
Sam's basically telling you, Jarba, that you should have an apron on and be in front of a hot stove cooking.
No, actually, she's an artist. It's like, Russell, people really don't understand. My mother.
Well, Sam, you were
an
telling me
artist.
that women should only be muses, not artists in and of themselves.
Who said
Really?
that?
Leave
I
that
never
to the
said
men.
that. Who
Did he
said
really?
No,
that?
Sam
Wow.
never said that.
No,
We're
of
just
course not.
we're
A
just
woman
breaking
can
balls.
Be a muse. There's many kinds of muse. But yeah, a woman can be a muse. And in artistic history,
I've
Joe,
actually
they tell
noticed
you,
recently
like Picasso
the
had
best
muses.
modern music I've heard is this indie rock like 90s indie rock inspired music made by females that are like
Nice.
25 years old, very young.
Wow. Okay.
But it's all organic, Sam. Real drums,
Best
real
tennis
guitars.
player, you little
writing.
scumbag. You're a nothing best tennis player. Oh, you fooled me. I banned you, man. You're lucky he keeps you. See, I'm a mod, but I never act on it.
Well, see,
HB
best
never
tennis
got
player
me.
is like Dark Tina. They are going to be
No one's
honest.
as
They're
bad
going
as
to be
Dark Tina.
honest with you. They're going to
Best
be
tennis player is better.
more
Dark
honest
Tina
with
is the
you than
worst.
anyone else will be.
Dark Tina is horrible.
Because I think you need people to tell you, yeah, such and such that you did suck.
Because
Or,
we don't get
yeah,
enough criticism. We don't get
you're
trouble
not,
enough.
you're
So
not,
yeah, we need more of
well,
it, Russell. That's
but
exactly what I need. More criticism because I don't
but
get enough
no,
bullshit.
but
Thank
Sam,
you, Russell.
don't you? No, Sam, please. I'm not trying to upset you, but I'm just saying that. Don't you think that like working on your inner self, like there's always room to improve?
Okay, what's your question?
That
Why
like
are
you're.
you so negative? Why don't you celebrate? We're still around. HB is
No,
We are around.
going
I'm
to
not trying to
clubs.
be
Yeah, you
negative at
are.
all. I'm
You're
just
being
saying
always
that
negative. What's up with you? Go
No,
get
it's
some
about
pussy or something.
conquering
Russell.
the
I'm
inner,
just
you
Really?
know.
Why don't you have a girlfriend?
working on yourself
Why
is
don't you have a
groovy
girlfriend? Yeah, I would think you have a lot to
because
offer women.
I only like women as friends.
Right, but why don't? Maybe that's why you're so negative. Why don't you?
Wait, how does that
find,
relate to working on yourself? The fact that
Well,
you
it's
only
just
like
bullshit.
women as
What
friends.
is this working on myself? What are you, a spiritual guru, Professor Russell? Give me a break. Who are
Yes,
you?
I got my Church of the Subgenius license. I'm now
Are you?
what
Are
they
you
call
smoking
a
these days?
spiritual
Are you like
smoking.
smoking marijuana?
No. See, I was hoping my
I
health would get
thought
better
so.
because I quit. No,
Go
no
back to it.
drugs.
Why?
But
Why?
I gained
Go
all
back
this.
to
I
it.
gained all
You'll
this
be happy.
weight. It's like who's
Oh,
ever
did you
heard of like
really?
yeah, who's ever heard of like a stoner stops using any sort of marijuana products and gains weight?
Well, because you
Isn't that
substituted.
fucking crazy?
You
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
substituted
think the
food for
opposite would
marijuana.
happen?
Okay, dude,
Probably,
but go
yeah.
back to
Yeah,
it.
you get the
Go back.
munchies.
It's legal.
Go back to
Go back to
it. Oh, no,
drugs.
no, it's
It's
not
like
as
David
easy to get
Walsh. You're
here.
so much happier as a
It's
drug.
not as easy to get here as other places because
Oh.
it is legal to use here, but there's no
Uh-huh.
dispensaries or anything like that. So you would still
Oh.
have to make an illegal purchase of the funny stuff, as I like to call it.
Weird.
I don't know.
Huh. So
My
Yeah.
it's
place
illegal
is
to
like 10
buy,
minutes
but you
away.
can't use it. You can use it.
You can use it. You can grow a certain amount of plants. Of course, anything like it's treated like alcohol if you're driving or anything under the influence, of course, but
Wow.
that's everywhere. But the only hang up is that Virginia has not been able to figure out how to do the dispensary thing yet. So you cannot go anywhere to buy it. You would have to call the dude that knows the guy that used to play drums with you, that kind of shit, and be like, hey, can you get me some stuff?
HB,
Yeah.
do you smoke or just cough medicine?
I refuse
tell
to
me.
speak on this program until everybody answers honestly about their cracker
Okay.
consumption.
What's
Thank
your
you.
I gave
I
them
mean,
up,
that's
Best
Jarva.
tennis
Cracker.
I
player.
considered
You got
those
nothing,
carbs.
dude. He's
Oh.
going
I
to
haven't had any
Brian Chan.
crackers since last Thursday when I found out when my
Best
doctor
tennis
told me
player.
I
You're
needed to lose
despicable.
weight.
You're a nothing, man. You were never that good, but I thought you were nice. But it's all hollow. You're not a nice
You're not
person.
gonna
You're another
answer the-
scumbag. And
Dude,
trying
you're
to,
making a
kill
reference
our
to my wife who I
audience.
like. What do you have? You have nothing.
Tell us your
best
entire
tennis player.
cracker history,
You're not
Russell.
a best
Try
tennis
and
player.
coax
You have
Sam
I
Becker
was
Becker who
into being
bad.
honest.
I was
you
bad
kid.
about overly consuming saltine crackers, Jarva, which I would consider a
Just
very
plain?
putting them in soups and stuff. But
that'd be
that's
good.
carbs, right? Crackers are carbs, right? So yeah, I'm trying to eliminate
You have no
carbs.
money, so you should move to the Philippines. And
Me?
are you
Sam,
telling
you're
the
having a
best
side
tennis player?
conversation.
But
Let's
you're a
get it to the
scumbag.
main
I've called you out
conversation.
best tennis player.
Sam,
And
this
even
is
the
a
I am.
Beatles
main
called you out, you
conversation
little creep.
show for
Sorry.
high value individual. Are you low value or high value?
Depends
We're talking about crackers
who I'm
here.
talking to.
I'm gonna go next.
Remember when Bob Dylan got booed for playing an electric set with the
I heard
Butterfield Blues Band
that wasn't accurate.
at
Some
Newport?
booze, and it wasn't like in
Yeah.
a movie, I heard. Right, Russell? That was a bit
Well,
of a
actually,
myth.
what I was thinking of is his tour a year later when the band, the Robbie Robertson
Was that the
band.
Rolling Thunder thing?
No, this was
before
around this was around the time Blonde on Blonde came out. He really did get booed because people were
Yeah,
still
but
expecting
not
him to
half
play
the
acoustic
crowd booed off the
folk
stage.
music.
I doubt it.
No, he didn't get like fucking like massively like ass kicked booed, but a lot of people were heckling and yelling at him and stuff when the band came out.
What does he care? He made like it was a big deal. His records were beginning to sell. He was moving on. Folk
Yeah,
never.
like, I think
folk,
one of
but it
his-
never made money. You know.
You would probably
Well-
like this, Sam, because I know you're fond of this song. But the most listened to Dylan song on Spotify is "Knocking on Heaven's Door."
That's I do a decent version. I like that.
So when you're listening to that, what's your favorite cracker to consume while you're listening to "Knocking on Heaven's Door," Sam Hill? Are you a Cheez-It guy?
I like Swiss, but good Swiss cheese. Carlsberg. Cheese on crackers,
That song always makes me sad. I don't want to my mother to have to witness me die or anything like that.
Of course not.
Yeah, I wouldn't want.
I don't want to witness you die either.
Oh,
Is that when he says,
Why are you
like,
talking?
"Mama,
He's
take
always
my
talking like
guns
he's
from the
old
ground.
and deaf. You're not old.
That
You're
long
not
black
talking
cloud
like
is coming down. Feels like
Run
I'm knocking
with
on
the
heaven's
gun
door."
away. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
well, a couple of musicians.
Knock,
here.
knock, knock, knock,
Now-
heaven's door.
I don't
Mama,
want my mother.
put
See,
the
that's
gun
why I
away.
shaved to monitor my weight loss by my face. No, seriously, because if you grow a beard, you can cover. Well, why do you think Jerry Garcia always had a beard?
Why did you
But anyway,
shave? I like your beard.
I
Why would you
have to
shave?
monitor if I'm actually doing well on my diet or not, Sam. And the
Oh, you're
easiest
on
way
a
to tell is
diet?
to
You're on a diet?
yeah. I started Thursday. I started last
Really?
Thursday, and and the easiest way to tell with me is my face. If my face is
Right.
real fat, then I'm not losing any weight.
That's a science.
It's just kind of, I don't know. It's
fact.
kind of vain. I never thought that you would care. If you're
Sam,
fat or
you're
not.
accusing someone else of being vain. Come on,
I
dude.
never thought you were.
Oh.
No, but I need to do this, dude. I could get diabetes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the doctors put
That's
the
what
fear of
Mike. I'm
Jehovah
afraid
in me.
that you should help Mike. He's a sugar addict. He
Yeah, but
plays
he's not
Candyland,
bad
and,
at all. He's a
fit.
He's a fit
Yeah,
and trim
last
youngster.
year was in the throes of. Please don't.
Of sugar
It's going to
dependency.
lead to diabetes. He only got 2 teeth left. Did you know this, HB? Mike.
No,
That's 100%
but, yes,
more than
yeah,
Rev.
you did bring it up. You said that
I want to say right now that thinking about knocking on heaven's door has gotten me feeling kind of sentimental. I don't know where they are right now, but Mike and Brandy Brown have always been great, and I've
They're
always
so
enjoyed.
normal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust them being normal because there aren't that many people like them. What are they wasting their time here for? What would be my point?
Well, they got to be slightly kooky to enjoy our
I don't know. They
streams
seem
and stuff
pretty
like that.
unkooky to me. They just sound. He came on one time, Mike. He
Mike?
was pretty good,
Yeah.
very normal and nice guy. So why is he watching us? Although he's not here now.
I don't know, because he.
Oh
wants
wait, there's
to
Sam over the
spice
hill.
it up.
Yeah, I'm seeing you around, Sam. Oh, this little
Sam over
crumb,
the hill.
twat boy goes all over. I've seen you, Sam, over the hill. You go to the haters of me, right? You little dummy. Why don't you take your real name? Is that a picture of Peter O'Toole? Get a real picture of young Peter O'Toole. Who is
They
that?
know a lot of the lore. If someone remembers the Peter O'Toole thing, they definitely know the lore.
It's so
What was that,
funny,
Lawrence of
Russell.
Arabia? Sam
would-
was watching Lawrence of Arabia, and a woman that
At
he was
USC,
sitting with said,
she was a
"Yeah,
cinema
said
student.
you look a lot like him."
USC's number
Right?
one in cinema.
They
And
said
Well, I
that.
would
she was
respect the fan for keeping up with the lore.
I just saw Lawrence of Arabia was being posted on cable like HBO. It's a classic movie. So, but dummy, I'm not old Peter O'Toole. I'm young Peter O'Toole. Best tennis player. You're nothing, by the way. Go away. Why
So
doesn't
let me ask
Greiker
you,
come up?
when you're
Greiker, why don't you come
watching-
up here, dummy? You have to
Is
mute
Greiker
watching a
in
show.
chat?
Yeah,
like,
he just Sam Hill done
that
messed up. Well, why
What
don't you
movie
tell
were
me,
you just
mother?
talking about, Sam?
Lawrence of
don't you
Arabia.
challenge-
Lawrence of Arabia. So when you're watching that, what's like a nice cracker that you like to sink your teeth into?
I think in Egypt they have little pita bread or something like crackers.
That's not a cracker.
What are those little brown
It's a
ones
little
that
bit
look
like
like
that.
small pieces of bread, but they're
I was in
brown and
Egypt
they're
for
real?
real.
Oh,
HD.
Melba
I was in Cairo.
toasts.
Yeah,
Melba
those
toast?
are good.
Those
Those
are
are
good.
good.
We ate at the American food at the Hilton Hotel.
Yeah,
That's
Sam,
what
I
we
was
ate.
mentioning when me and Greiker together did that thing on Jeffrey Dahmer, that Creepers. I thought that was really good. He knew a lot about it. It made it really easy to do.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good episode. That was a good stream.
We did two good
the Creepers
episodes.
about.
Yeah, we would have gotten there, but you guys didn't show up.
Oh, we didn't show up. Okay.
Yeah, but you
All right, now here's
canceled,
another
dude.
question.
You
Yeah,
canceled.
but then I
You
said
You made a
canceled.
video. You
You're a
made a
quitter.
video about
Greiker
canceling
really
it,
did
dude.
well. You know, he like doubled. Greiker came up and he
Listen,
doubled the
I
views.
think that, you know,
Well, I think people are probably sick of me doing it, and they want someone else to do it.
No, we
probably.
did good. No, those two streams. You got tired of it, Russell, and you told us. You said you were
Well, I
tired
picked
of
something
it.
really dark. I think they're extreme. Even for
Yeah, it's
serial
too dark.
killers, I picked
Yeah,
a
I said
really
that.
dark fucking case.
Yeah, it's one thing that, like on TV, but you see the actual photographs will ruin your year. It's just too dark.
Love it if we could get away with just talking about music or
Well,
movies
Greiker
or
came up
something
and
like
did
that.
we
really
did talk a
good job.
bit about it.
Poor Greiker.
Oh, you mean on Creepers?
Yeah, he replaced you guys.
Yeah.
It
Now, why
was
do you
really
say
good.
poor Greiker?
Well, because serious now, a scumbag or other people are trying to get in the way of his custody battle. I just say, forget YouTube. Forget it. And yet some people are coming between them. So it's hard enough.
YouTube
Nobody should have
people?
to put up with that. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Yeah,
One person, one person.
unfortunately, there's
Yeah.
all sorts of shit
Terrible.
going on with people versus other people over their
Yeah.
families.
Don't get
But
in the
it's-
middle of that. But
It's
people
family
do.
stuff.
I call that out. Yeah. So that's what I meant. I mean, he's got enough. He's probably a good father, blah, blah, blah. He shouldn't have to deal with YouTube. Right? You shouldn't have to deal with chat.
Well, it's like if you don't know the whole story, then how do you address it?
We don't know the
All
whole
I
story.
know is the things that she said.
But it shouldn't
on a
be on
live
YouTube.
stream.
No, it shouldn't be any on YouTube.
But okay, so like, don't you do a lot of YouTube
I mean, I'm not
stuff
pro
where you're
Greiker
calling
anti,
it
but
out?
on that, nobody should bring up personal stuff like that. Right?
Well, I mean, it's on the individual.
Oh, come on. It's a custody battle involving kid. It's
All right,
private.
you want me to just
Nobody on
okay,
YouTube
all right,
should
you're
be
forcing me
involved
to
in
talk
this.
about this. This is more than custody.
Don't
This is
force
about
you.
violence,
Violence?
domestic abuse.
Dude, we shouldn't be
That's
talking.
the situation
no,
we're
we don't
talking
know.
about.
Yeah, I have
No.
no desire to
No.
discuss this.
Russell's
I
right.
really, really have
That's
no
why
desire
Conrad-
to.
Yeah,
It's
well-
none of my business, and I just hope everything works out.
Well, some things
In
should
a
be
good
decided
way.
by the court, not on YouTube. And people will use it to exploit. So yeah, you know what? If I wanted to, I could make weeks out of content of that. But no, it's beyond the pale. Really, HB. Some things should.
Weren't
don't
you
get
just
a
the
middle-
other day talking about May Noodles and how many bruises she had?
But that's not a custody.
And you
that
made
doesn't
it into a
involve
game
children.
show? Oh.
I didn't make it a game show. I
You're
thought
like, how many
look,
does
one
she
bruise
That's
is
pretty.
one too
Could
many.
it be
That's
5
pretty.
bruises? Do
And
we
Ben
want
What about a
refused to
bruise
answer
on a
any real
police
questions
officer's
about
head?
it. Yes, I remember that, HB. I also want to know about your cracker consumption.
Yes.
It was brilliant when
Oh.
Jarba confronted you on air. I missed that
Don't
one.
shift the topic.
When-
We're talking
when
about
she
crackers
when
here.
you tried to be
and the
with
crackers
her,
are.
I never thought that, Jarba.
Hold on, we can talk about that. And there's a time and a
I
place,
never
and the
thought
place
that you
is
were
in 2
attracted
minutes.
to Jarba.
But we can talk about that. But let's first talk about my favorite crackers, which are Cheez-Its Ridges. I like them very much.
But why are you talking about
Ritz,
food? You're on a diet.
Hold on. Ritz Crisps. It
The
doesn't
ones-
matter. It's for the audience. It's not for me. It's for the audience.
There's two
Ritz
people.
Crisps.
Quite
Okay.
right.
I like Cheez-Its White
Hey,
Cheddar.
Jarva.
All right. And let me think.
A mood
like
poisoning was attacked that
I like
day.
a regular Ritz cracker with like a sharp cheddar cheese on it, like an extra sharp cheddar cheese on
Okay,
it.
dude, it's because
Let me
you're
think.
on a
Are there?
diet,
Hold on. I'm
Russell.
doing my cracker segment. Excuse me. I'm talking, please. I'm doing crackers. Okay, so we're talking about. I also like Russell said, those Melba toasts. Maybe put a little bit
Thanks
of
for bringing me up.
pepper jack.
Any
on there.
honest man on this program will speak about his cracker consumption, and any dishonest man
mood
will not.
poisoning. You knifed me in the back. That's what you do, mood
All
poisoning.
right, your turn,
And I
Sam.
defended
Let's-
you. So
let's
no,
get
I'm not going
down
to block
to the
you.
brass
How dare
crackers.
you? You have no loyalty. You got problems of mood poisoning. Don't bring it to Shaw. So I don't have
get
much
to
to
it.
his channel owner, but I can keep out creeps like you.
Rise up.
Presley, I like. Shaw, I like.
Not a hard question to answer, just a little cracker preference.
Why are you talking about lesbians? Don't you usually do that, Jarva?
Listen, what?
What happened to her lesbian?
No, you used to
spiel?
say don't talk about lesbians.
But she don't
But if
listen
you,
to me.
Sam, if you were a lesbian, what crackers would you be eating right now?
They're kind of salty.
Pussies
are a little
the
salty,
liar of all
aren't they?
liars
I
will
wonder why. Am I
lie
making
and
this up?
deflect about
It
the
seems like they're a
smallest
little
crumb
salty.
of any honest question ever asked.
I guess that's perspiration. I guess
Isn't
the
that
pussy-
crazy? This isn't even. She's not even asking like, like your sex life or your past crimes. It's just about the crackers you're eating.
She does sing, Russell. I always like the way Jarvis sings. She
This
sings
is
really good.
an interesting power dynamic that I've just started to
Okay,
notice
I'll pay
these
attention
past
to
few
you,
streams.
HB. Sorry, go ahead. My
This is a case study of the smallest, crummiest man of all the fake men and all the YouTubes of all the cracker crumbs in all the world.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk about fake, ma'am. See, we're
What does
just
that
up here
mean?
for
I
ourselves.
can answer a question about a cracker.
That'd be a good name for a show, Quackers. Don't you think?
Quackers?
I think there's a comedy club called Quackers.
Not a good one.
Well, I haven't been there.
I don't know.
What's the name of your place?
Imagine
Is it
if
a
all you had to do to prove your honesty was answer a question about a cracker and you couldn't.
nice accent? So, relax.
Are you
HB.
afraid? Did you have a traumatizing incident when you were younger that involved a cracker? Or are you so averse to the racial term that you won't even say cracker?
No, because it doesn't hold the weight. The N word holds a whole lot of bad weight. Who really cares? I've been called cracker.
I don't
before. I
know.
laugh.
You seem to be very
It holds the
concerned.
weight of a cheese whiz. It holds the weight of a salsa.
Oh,
Certainly.
gay
you can
guitar
answer the
guy.
question
What a
if
creep
you're
you are.
honest
You know, I
cracker,
tried to be
if
nice
you're
to
an
this gay
honest
guitar guy.
cracker
What he's got
consumer.
oppositional disorder. You're a nothing. I tried to help you or gay because I offended his friends. Oh, the good friends, gay. I said the gay guitar guy was a standout guy in his little soup kitchen. Yeah, okay, but I'm right, dummy.
Well, listen, people can go see the soup party on the soup party channel. Oh, wait a second.
Oh
Where's that
no,
channel?
it's not worth it.
Where did that channel
He's not
go?
that good. But he had what was the
Anyway.
story about Jinx, who I kind of knew, had a threesome. That was interesting.
He did?
With lemonade.
Was it with two
Imagine
crackers?
avoiding a question about a cracker at
Lemonade
any
gave
cost.
yourself to, but
A
not
new
to you
document
because
seems
Russ,
explored
you
in the
wanted
mind of a
lemonade, right,
Hollywood
HB?
looking 800-year-old, 37-year-old anonymous YouTuber
Yeah,
named
you're boring in chat, dummy. You can go away. Who cares about you?
Sam,
Go back to your stupid old show.
imagine-
Ooh, I'm so funny. I'm going to say the N-word. You're a nothing. You're a nothing person. You got talent, and you just bullshit yourself, gay guitar guy. You're not funny. You could be. Go back to your phony saying the N-word. N-word. Fuck you. Sorry. Got carried away. No,
So,
I
got a
gave this
question
guy
for
a
you
chance. He comes up
about
and he says the
crack.
N-word. You're nothing. Nobody cares about you. They'll mention you. But, oh, you call yourself gay.
What if-
Oh, how edgy you are. You're nothing, gay guitar guy. He
That's
talks about his
interesting.
work.
But what about this?
Come up
Imagine
and I'll smash
the
you,
only
dummy.
way to prove.
Oh, I'm not gay.
Imagine the only
I
way
got,
to
well,
prove
look
that
what
you're
he's
not
doing.
racist is to name your
Oh,
favorite
look what he's
cracker.
doing in your chat. I'm not going to do anything because I really
Here,
don't
I'll-
ban many people. It's up to HB. You want him to say the N-word in your chat.
No,
so
I got rid of. Here's what I did. I got rid
That's
of
what he's doing.
the
Oh, how edgy you are, dummy. He said you're nothing. man.
F-A. See, he can't. I'm getting rid of some of the letters, so he's trying to
Lexi
spell
likes
it.
smart, I've noticed.
What up,
Isn't that
Lexi?
kind of cool of her?
You missed
By the
a
way-
really smart conversation we had.
What was it
Did I
about?
fuck up my sound? About
Does
you
it
being
matter?
embarrassed about crackers.
It don't matter.
Now I'm asking you a question.
Sound or no sound?
Do you why are you
Can
gay?
you put your head closer to the screen?
No,
Not
you might
ugly
be
enough.
too. I don't want to excite you.
I'm
too
not
much.
gay. I got a couple
No,
stories.
no, no. I
that-
was referencing something. Anyway.
Russell? I don't think Russell's gay. That was a rumor.
No,
like a
it's
month
an
ago.
old thing. It's
I
from the.
don't really want to talk about my.
Ethnicity.
There's no way.
Yeah,
Russell
my
has done nothing wrong
ethnicity.
that you can make fun of. He was loyal to Shaw once upon a time, and Russell
Am I
doesn't do
saying anything
wrong?
wrong, Russell?
I tried my best. I did try my best. No, I don't
Except when he
think
wanted to
anyone's
break
saying
my
anything.
arm.
Oh, just now?
Um,
Were you trying to come out of the closet?
No,
That
no,
laugh.
Oh.
That laugh.
I don't think so. I don't think I was.
No,
Oh, I
it's-
thought
it's a
that's why you
tired
said
bit.
girls are only your friends.
We need more gay people. We don't
Is
get
that?
any gay
I guess
people.
that does sound pretty gay.
Queen's about it.
I thought that's what you meant by it. Maybe
Well, yes.
How can we get more gay people?
I'm
Alright.
decadent. I'm exploring decadence.
okay.
Okay, Russell, you're from
All right.
probably in
more
Virginia.
power to
I'm
you.
from well, my mama was an artist, and my father made his living off words. It was people don't get that, but Jarba would get it because she's artistic. It's just a different kind of mentality, right, Jarba? She's so good on the show.
You know, Sam
I hope you
Pressfield
put it in the
once
title.
said that life is a dream unexamined.
Yeah, did the Greeks say that? I think that the phrase is that a life is not worth living if it's unexamined. Something like that. That's a famous phrase, yeah. There's some truth
I
to
like
that,
my
right?
quote more because
Well, I
thought
don't.
of it.
I
you
like
know,
it less.
Canderson once said, if you
Anderson.
travel 1,000
Anderson
miles, it doesn't matter because you're ending up going home at the end
Well,
of
that's
the week.
ridiculous. People say stupid things.
You know,
Quote.
Charleston once said that
Get better quotes. Who's
you
Charles?
can get in an airplane and go anywhere, but you're still
Well, that's
bringing
not true.
yourself.
You need fuel. Another stupid quote. Are these from the book of stupid quotes? Or low IQ
Canterbury
people?
once said,
Dummies for
if
jokes.
you're a bird who has wings, it doesn't matter. You still can't sing.
It's a bird. What is it? It's a bird. It's a fly. It's Superman. Something.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
know,
quote
Superman was written in response to the Holocaust.
too. What?
So Superman was created by some elderly, I guess they weren't old at the time, Jewish people having to do with the Holocaust. The notion was Jews were
Sorry.
portrayed by the
I wasn't
Nazis
laughing at
as
that.
super weak. So he came up with like a super Jewish man because Jews needed to have that.
Is that
toughness.
was planet Krypton like Israel?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know the specifics, just the basic story of the authors.
Is that
But
a
lot of
good
those
thing or a bad
authors-
thing?
Well, Superman's a good thing.
Okay, Superman is good, but he's allergic to kryptonite.
Yeah. Well, there's
What does
only
that
one-
represent?
Jesus
What is
was allergic to
kryptonite? What would
crucifix.
Jewish shellfish? Is because
Sorry,
kryptonite
that's a
is
joke about
shellfish
Jesus. I
or
take that
pork?
back.
Yes. Poor.
Pork is interesting because doesn't pork give you bad diseases and stuff? And plus, pigs are cool. So I agree. Nobody should eat pork. Though I love bacon. I have to admit. But we
You
should,
like bacon.
right? Everybody loves. Well, I mean, non-Jewish people. I think they.
I
keep
feel
kosher.
bad that I like bacon because I do think that pigs are close to humans.
They really are.
Even closer than dogs.
Well, you know they use pig tissue in heart
To
operations.
me, it's a real cracker who doesn't want you to know exactly what percentage cracker he really is.
What kind of accent? That's kind of nice, actually. That's like Audrey Hepburn, right, Russell?
And
I love
all you're
Audrey
cracked
Hepburn.
up to be.
Me too. She has
But
an interesting
my
story.
thing with Audrey Hepburn is I think she looked really good with short hair. She's one of the.
Beautiful.
I really like short
Do you
hair.
know that she was Dutch
Like hers.
originally? You know she was Dutch?
Yeah, she was a Holocaust survivor, right?
Something like that.
Wow.
Beautiful, right? Why didn't Hepburn was probably not her real name,
No, I think
But-
it was.
was it? Hepburn sounds Dutch, huh? No, I like old movies and all that stuff, Russell. Maybe because I lived in Hollywood. I always kind of like them, but not now, right? Did you see the Oscars? No, right?
No, I did.
When you were
I don't
watching
even.
the Oscars,
Yeah, yeah.
did you have a plate of crackers?
No, I had popcorn, but it wasn't. I mean, I didn't care that much.
That's for movies, not for awards shows.
Well, yeah, it's only for movies. But
That's right.
when I was a kid, I liked it. I don't know about you
Yeah.
guys. Like maybe movies were more important then, probably.
Well, I liked going to movies with my
Hey,
family.
wait
I
a
still
minute.
prefer to watch them in
So are you
theaters.
seeing this in chat?
What?
I will not ban you, even though I have the trust.
Which one?
Sam Hill, gay sex connoisseur, and they know how to spell connoisseur, which is kind of interesting. That's a hard
Wow.
word to spell.
Yeah.
Sam Hill made a reference to Buster Brown earlier. Their shoes. I had to look it up, but of course it was a reference to 1950s cartoon. You're old and gay. No, Buster
Wow.
Brown was a shoe outlet. Was there a TV show, cartoon? Maybe. Russell knows more about that than me, and he's not that old.
Wait. So there's a cartoon and a shoe outlet?
I know there's a shoe outlet. I've seen that because I used to collect like albums. Definitely Buster Brown Shoe Company, but the other I don't know the cartoon. Russell might know. I guess not.
I honestly don't. No,
Yeah, you're
I
making
don't.
it up. And I'm not a gay sex dude. Why do you like all these men without women call me gay?
It's not gay if you hold your breath.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean,
It's not
if
gay
you
if you
cross
hold
your
your breath.
fingers behind your back.
Well, when you're oral
No,
sex,
I think they say that it's. Well, here's the thing. Now, I agree that you shouldn't just assume anyone's gay. Why do you tell May Noodles that she's definitely a lesbian?
No, I don't say that.
How you doing, Mike?
I said bisexual. She said it's well known. She said it. I talked to her on it. She said that she had been with a woman 6 months, but she's not bisexual. So I said that doesn't make sense to me,
No.
right?
Was it more about the fact that you wanted to picture her
No, I don't
lovingly
do that. No, I don't picture.
licking?
No, I was never attracted to her. Were you?
You never found May Noodles attractive, Sam?
Attractive, but not in a like I'd want to be with her. You know what I mean?
Not in like a
She's not my
sexual
type.
way.
Not my type.
in more of like a
Well,
You
she
wanted
got
to-
bloated too. She got bloated.
You wanted
this
to
weekend.
rescue. You wanted to rescue her from Jimmer and AOC.
No, I
right?
didn't. No, not at all. Did you?
You never had that? I thought you kind of had
No.
like that thing where you wanted
come
to
on.
I wanna
protect
support
May
her.
Noodles.
No, there's no.
Did you
protection.
ever
It's an
feel
idiot.
like you wanted to protect her?
No, not at all.
You didn't want to
Oh,
be her.
okay.
No, I just wanted to be like a fan, to help her, like I was your fan.
Lady, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I
had a
love
different
you.
reference. I had a Jerry Lewis reference for that. The ladies, Russ.
I thought you were trying to prove that you're not old. No, I know Jerry
I know
Lewis.
Shakespeare too.
I know Jerry
What
Lewis.
is your? You sell books but don't read them. That's a paradox.
That is a paradox. And you know,
For that
invented.
today.
That is. It is a kind of it's like
I
a
guess.
guy who sells dildos, but he's a Christian.
Well, aren't Christians,
something.
are they
I don't
forbidden
know.
to use dildos if they're married?
I don't know what the rules are. There's all these weird rules.
It's a dildos for the woman. Right?
Right?
My
Oh,
women
you're
didn't
saying
have
it.
dildos.
You're saying if it's not for the woman, you would buy one?
No, I didn't say that at all. Where do you come
Well,
up
what do
with
you
these?
do? I mean, if you're
I try to spice
it up
it up
in the bedroom.
But I used to come back to the basics. What about you? But Russell, he has a much more interesting deal because he's a swinger. So I only
I
get
don't
to
like
be
that
with the-
word. I don't like that term.
Well, who cares what you think?
Who cares what I think?
You don't like
Seven
it, so I'm supposed to
people.
stop saying it.
In chat. That's who cares,
Mood poisoning's all over.
No, but
oh,
here's
you
the
care what
thing.
Sam Hill,
I
gay
know
sex
what you
connoisseur,
do.
cares about?
Because you talk to May Noodles and you're like,
Are you
So-
Sam Hill, Gil? Are you high number? I won't have high number.
who,
He's
the
a real
gay
creep.
sex guy?
By the way, did you see Sands?
No. But
He had-
yes, Russell told me about him. I was meaning to watch the clip.
I'll tell you. about
He's sober, right? He's clean and sober.
he gets good views on clips, but he's bombing as a live streamer because I used to watch him. He gets like 20 or 30 in the old days. Russell, he'd get like 70 or 80 or 100. So the deal is HB, really comedy wise, his deal was getting drunk. There are a lot of us watched to see the breakdown as he got drunk, but sober, he's not that funny. Really,
Yeah. Well,
that's it.
just goes to show you that if you're here one day and you're sober the next.
What?
That's a Henderson.
Are you?
quote.
You're not on cough medicine, are you?
I'm doing a quote. I'm doing quotes.
No, I'm trying to see if you're better
Are-
on cough medicine.
Okay, so
You're not, right?
you're saying that he's high.
Some people
No.
are funnier drunk or on cough medicine, or I get a little stoned.
I'm
right.
funnier when I
What?
sleep deprived.
See,
Maybe that's
I know you're
the
serious
technique.
because it gives you a different affect when you're. You found out through experimenting that you're funniest when you're sleep deprived, right?
Well, you know why? Because you don't really overthink stuff
Uh-huh.
because you don't have the capacity to think. So you're just saying
That's brilliant.
dumb shit.
That you're aware that sometimes you overthink things, so it releases you from that analytical kind of pressure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you go to an open mic and you're looking at people and you're like, what does this guy think? And he's probably not even thinking anything. He's probably not even thinking about you. He's probably just thinking about, like, how much he hates his wife and kids,
Wow.
and how he wants to get away from them and live a life that doesn't suck.
A lot of
Or he loves his kids. I don't want to judge the guy. I don't even know him.
most entertainment is just distracting from real life. It gets you out of your head.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't know. I kind of like being in my head.
Do you?
Yeah. When things
Did
are
you-
going well.
Do you sometimes think that your thoughts are your best friends?
No. What an interesting way of putting it.
Do you ever?
Or your worst enemies, which is
Yeah,
which.
they can be your worst enemies. That's
You have
for
to,
sure.
in your head, you have to have a little categorization, like diagnostic, where to put the thoughts. You have to
What's
separate it.
scarier to
Okay.
you, thoughts or crackers?
I'm not intimidated by crackers.
I know what you're.
Great question,
A
HP.
crackers never attacked me.
Is this?
Although I don't like when they get soggy. I'll say that.
I would say, have you ever been described as a soggy cracker?
Yeah, like tonight.
Now,
My wife
would
calls
you?
me soggy
Okay, I'll
cracker
just
all the
list them
time.
all.
When you
Cheap-
say they, who are they, Sam?
It's the half Irish, half Jewish people. That group of people.
No, when you say they get soggy, who are they?
Oh, I'm just talking crackers get old. I hate that. You go for a cracker, and it's all
Which
soggy,
crackers?
and then you have to decide are you going to eat it, even though it's not that good. Aren't Ritz the main crackers? Ritz crackers.
There's
Why don't you
also
tell us what you know about crackers, Sam?
I know a lot about
great
crackers.
value. Great value makes a
Filipinos
damn
have
good
crackers,
saltine.
Hmm.
Hey Sam,
why-
have you ever played the game Soggy Biscuit?
Russell's never met a witness that he didn't want to leave, by the way.
No, but AOC played Dick off. What is with General Sam? Sam is only.
Would you
funny
do
when
that?
he's-
Hey Sam, I got an idea to prove you're young, because you get pissed off at people accusing you of being old. Why don't you just send out a dick pic? No one would know it was
Coming
you.
up.
No one would know what you looked
Right
like
after
or anything.
Right after this stream. Stay tuned. Sam
Russell's
is only
never
funny-
met a syrup addict he wouldn't defend in court pro bono.
I've been
I like the
accused
pro
by
bono. Nice.
several people of white knighting
Habeas
for
corpus.
host busters, but what if it's because we're friends?
But what about, drop
True.
it at the crackers, Russell. Let Sam answer the cracker question on his own TV.
AOC is about his crack.
Let's say-
you know what he puts a finger up his anus,
Russell-
so his whole body smells of cat.
I like-
Cheddar cheddars.
But
I like
that's
doing
like-
all that stuff. I like sometimes if I
No.
get bored, I just
No.
like to see if various things will fit up my ass.
No, I keep away from that area. I feel
Do
dirty.
you think
I
you
was
could
talking
fit-
to Hostbusters about this.
You were?
Yeah, we have a
I'm
weekly
glad
talk
you
about
kept
this.
it off air.
I was like, "Hey, dude, you won't believe this, but by smearing Crisco all over it, I got a whole bottle of ZQL up my ass."
So, that's pretty good.
What if the
Unexpected.
now does the
Unexpected.
bottle
Imagine a
break?
man this honest on a panel with a man so dishonest he can't even answer the simplest question about a fucking cracker.
No, I think it's odd that he's. Alex is so concerned with the smell of his anus, but he smells of cat piss. He's so disconnected from reality. I find him really interesting.
I think
What
we
the-
all are to some extent when
Not
we
as much as AOC.
when we like YouTube because it's a way of
Distracting
disconnecting from
reality.
yeah, exactly.
No,
and we
not
have
really.
fun. We
I didn't
usually
know
have fun,
HB
don't
was
we?
gonna be on. I just did a stream.
Lexi, I'm working on it. I've got a chastity belt on backwards. I put it on backwards, so I'll stop.
I'm always like
Backwards.
Lexi's too hype. Oh, I said that was a joke. Sorry. What was it again? Sorry, Russell.
Do you want me to sing your song for May Noodles again?
No, what's
Sam?
the chastity belt thing?
It's to
May
keep
Noodles
you.
is going away. She's not that interesting anymore. Haven't you noticed?
This is from Sam Hill to May Noodles. Hopefully, if she's not able to hear it,
Yeah, I'm sure she's
someone would
watching
get it to her.
HB.
Lady.
RDA's favorite show.
Lady, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you.
Lionel Richie, nice. What do you? I don't need a proctologist to remove my
Now,
head.
do you ever
I
eat
see
so
you.
many crackers that you need a proctologist
Isn't
to
that King
remove?
Logan?
I'm
Kenny
just
Loggins.
amazed at somebody like Classy.
I thought it
Lexi
was
would be
Kenny
there.
Rogers, but I
Went
think
on it.
Sam. I think Kenny Rogers and Lionel Richie might have co-wrote it, or Lionel Richie wrote it for
They
Kenny
do sound
Rogers,
alike.
something
I
like
love
that.
Kenny Rogers. You're right, Russell. They sound a lot alike. Islands in the Stream could be done by Lionel Richie. They do
I
sound
like
alike.
that song. Remember Kenny
Yeah.
Rogers in the first edition, Sam? I
Yeah,
just dropped
the
in to see
to
what
see what
condition my
my
condition was
condition is
in.
in. They broke up because
Yeah,
of drugs. The
yeah,
group, yeah, the drugs
yeah.
broke up the
I
group, and then
stuffed
Kenny went
my
solo,
mind
and
in
he
a
had the money.
brown paper bag with a.
But Jarba, Kenny Rogers had too many plastic surgery. He had, and like the third
Yeah,
one
he
was
said
terrible.
he regretted
Yeah.
that. He in an interview right before he died, he said he did go overboard. But I
Well,
grew up
yeah,
with when I
I
was
love
a
Kenny
kid, I
Rogers.
thought he and Dolly Parton were husband and wife because they were
Oh,
always on TV shows and stuff together. Like remember
well,
Islands in the Stream? One
yeah,
of the best songs ever,
I
written
love that
by
song.
Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees,
Oh,
by the
really?
way. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, Kenny Rogers was connected with that chicken place somehow. I used to love The Gambler, and the history of Kenny Rogers was he
Hmm.
went broke after the first edition of the group, and then he went solo and became a superstar,
What's
especially with
really
Gambler, but he had a hit before The Gambler, I forget.
What's really cool about Kenny is his older brother Leland Rogers owned a
Hmm.
record label called International
Oh,
Artist
really?
Records, and that was the label the 13th Floor Elevators were on. And they're one of my
Wow.
favorite psychedelic bands from the 60s.
Kenny
Rocky
Rogers
Erickson,
came across
everybody.
as authentic, but so
I
when he had the plastic surgeries,
Love
that
you,
was kind of
Rocky.
disappointing to
Yep,
me.
Red Sauce. Love Kenny Rogers. Love Barry Gibb.
Hi, Red
Love
Sauce.
White Denim.
can you play any of their songs on guitar?
I don't know.
Now you and Java, you both play guitar. You
Hmm.
both versed in the, and you
Jarvis
both
That's
play a
what I
lot
want.
of
singer
guitar.
That's what Rusters. I want the Rusters. It's just I want to ask her a bunch of questions about
Yeah.
music.
Are we doing that Saturday?
I hope so.
What's the
Hi,
yeah?
Presley. Hi, Lexi.
What if it all depends on how many answers, Sam, you give on about the crackers? Are you embarrassed about talking food? You think?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. It's a
I
sore
think because
subject.
you're both trying to take off weight, huh?
Yeah,
We're
but
talking about
it's
you.
not. You're not going to
I get it.
enable us. You're not going to enable us by mentioning
That's
Yeah,
what it's
man,
food,
I
about.
am
Lord.
going to enable you.
What by saying?
Enablers get a bad rap, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Since when are you against enabling?
Lexi, I'm trying to be funny, but it's such an honor to have Lexi, but nothing much is going on. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, some people you really appreciate showing up, right? Lexi's one of them. But then you want to be good, but we're not being good enough for Lexi. So watch her leave.
Let's build it.
She won't last here. Watch. Some people don't stay very much.
Throw us. You got us. You ever want to do like a set, like a monologue, like throw it out there? Oh
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
you were gonna review my set. Do you want to do that now,
Yeah,
or do you want to do that?
I'd
on
like
the
to
next
see
stream?
it because I might go away. I'd like to
Alright.
see it.
All right. The main thing I didn't like about
Well, let's see it. Don't tip.
That's interesting. One of the things about him is he's very afraid.
should I start it over?
Boy, you really dressed up for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the
I
t-shirt
wish
was
I didn't-
clean.
No,
Dude,
listen. I had a nice
on.
cardigan on, but the t-shirt was fucking.
T-shirt's terrible.
What do you want me to wear?
Something nice.
well, I
like
look-
Carlin.
I look
where you don't
big
really
in it.
notice the clothing. That's terrible. Really.
It's terrible. It's what I'm
You
wearing
don't
now.
wanna-
I just
you're
didn't
witty.
button it.
You're not slobby. You're witty. You're funny. That's like you look like a slob. You're not supposed to notice that. It's like your sweater doesn't fit. Your pants are too loose. Dude, it's easy to improve, right? That's an easy one. Change your dress. Your
All
dress
right, we're
better.
0
right,
seconds
right.
in, and we've already got a solid critique.
Okay.
Want to keep
So-
going?
Who
All
else
right.
going to critique you? Go ahead.
You know, my friend is a Satanist. That's interesting. One of the things about him is he's very afraid of doing good deeds because he's scared of going to heaven.
You scared of what?
You know, man.
Going to heaven.
That's pretty good. I like that. But there's too much noise. Very good.
Okay, the noise.
I don't get it.
Well, because
A
like regular
Satanist doesn't
people,
believe in heaven.
they're afraid
You
of
get
doing bad things because they'll go to hell. He's afraid of doing good things because
It's a
he'll go to
twist.
heaven.
You get it?
Who is he? A lesbian? Who is he?
No, it's a set.
My
He's
friend
doing
is
this.
a,
I
is
like
a
the joke.
Satanist.
You don't want to be too
Hey, I didn't
analytical.
say it was like a killer joke. I just
He's
you
not
know, we're just going
Hedberg
through
yet.
this.
All right.
All right.
I mean, he's a junkie
I'll-
like Hedberg.
I did not like the
In a way.
outfit. I felt like I
Yeah.
exaggerated my size.
I don't like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Imagine if there was a movie about the ghost of Jerry Sandusky. They could call it Inappropriately Touched by an Angel. They say you shouldn't go along just to get along. I agree.
What'd you say?
It's by that TV show, Touched by an Angel.
Touched by an
reference.
Angel.
Not bad.
Oh, was it? It's a
Jerry
TV show?
Sandler? Jerry Sandler?
No, Sandusky, the Pennsylvania molester guy. Right?
Oh, she's thinking of Jerry Sandler, the famous
No, it's not
movie
Jerry
producer.
Not Jerry Sandler. It's okay. Yeah, she's the wrong demographic.
Unless that's what people like, in which case I will. Shouldn't go along just to get along. I agree. Unless that's what people like, in which case I will do so.
That one guy really likes her.
My friend is a sex addict. His nickname is Nose because he needs to be blown on a regular basis.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
It's funny when people say, yeah, I say the N-word, but I'm not racist. I make fun of all races. That's interesting
That landed
because,
kind
you
of
know,
flat.
just because you do something bad a lot doesn't mean that it cancels it all out. It's like saying to your
I
wife,
like the
hey,
delivery a lot.
I know this looks bad that I had an affair, but if it makes you feel any better, I fucked every whore in town.
You got a likability in this. Very good. You know, people
All right,
want to
give
like
it
you
to
so
me,
they can laugh
Sam.
with you. Really?
Let's
Excellent.
let's get down. This
Well, I
is
didn't like- I never
Hackford,
liked
and
you
you're
reading.
the judge.
I don't like you reading. That's terrible. But excellent. I'd say A minus. Original, some laughs. The look was terrible. But the hard part you got. Your gift is writing jokes. Not many people can do it. And your delivery was excellent. I really like your delivery.
Quick
But-
question, HB, for the audience. The audience is, I'm getting emails of a question
Yes.
that the
Yeah,
audience
right.
has.
Sure you are.
Okay. That man laughing when you made that joke, but if you want me to, I will. And that one man, it's kind of a Sam voice alike character, was
Ah.
laughing extra loud in the audience. Just
Yeah, I
a
heard
quick
that
question
guy.
for the universal audience.
Yes.
If he came up to you after the show and asked you to have sexual intercourse with him, would
No,
you
don't
have
wreck
and
it.
did you? Thank you. I'll mute myself.
No, the guy had, it wasn't sex because he liked his jokes.
And why
It
is
was
Sam
pretty good,
answering
actually.
for you when he can't even tell us one brand of cracker he's
Busy
ever had in his
needs me to.
diggity
Yeah.
dog dang life?
Very good, HB.
It-
I'm
it-
proud
it-
of you. Very
Thank you.
good.
It depends what he looked like.
There were a couple
That's-
real laughs.
and
in
how
there.
and how I was feeling.
Do you
I
think
like
his
your
laughter
gas
there was
station
genuine,
joke.
or was it kind of a grooming, kind of a ha ha ha, come on, a kind of a yes, I like this, kind of a Samish kind of response?
Interesting. Like a.
I think
just
HB, you're gonna
Can we
like
can we
smoked up my
rewind the
ass.
tape and examine that part?
the
And if you
part
can
where-
describe to me the man laughing, what he looked like in person, and whether you engaged with him.
Sam Hill, gay sex connoisseur. We're not big enough for you to come up with that. You should go away. Who are?
How do I do?
Okay. Why are you here? Sam Hill, go
Where was
away.
the guy laughing?
All races.
No.
Well, that was
People
the
like,
one.
in which case I will do so.
That wasn't
My
it.
friend is a sex addict. His nickname is Nose because he needs to be blown on a regular basis.
I like
That guy?
Yeah.
Yes, but let's hear him loud and clear when you get to the second punchline.
You should take him around with you.
Let's isolate that
It's
vocal.
funny when people say, yeah, I say the N-word, but I'm not racist. I make fun of all races.
Wait a second.
That's
Wait,
okay.
wait.
That's,
Where's the part where you said, but I will if you want to?
Oh.
The part where you say, I will if you want to.
Let's see.
Imagine if there was a movie about the ghost of Jerry Sandusky. They could call it Inappropriately Touched by an Angel.
That guy was laughing before the punchline.
They say you shouldn't go along just to get
This
along.
part,
I
this
agree. Unless that's what people like, in which case I will do so.
Great delivery.
That guy? Ha 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 ha.
Let it
glasses,
play
I
for
don't
a
know
second.
about.
Let it play for a second. Let
My
it play for a
friend is
second
a
longer.
sex addict. His nickname is Nose because he needs to be blown on a regular basis.
There were two
It's funny when
guys.
people say, yeah, I say the N-word, but
Did I get to it?
It's somewhere in there. I swear I heard.
I
I
think
need to have the.
You're talking about the one where the guy.
very
I think I didn't even get to the punchline. He was already laughing.
Sam Hill gay sex.
scared
No,
of
it
going
is.
to heaven.
Crossing the line though. Down.
Imagine if there was a
violated
movie
that.
about the ghost of Jerry Sandusky. They could call it Inappropriately.
Was that it? Because he
I
starts
feel the
laughing.
laughter
I
was
didn't even,
just before then. Yes, I felt the laughter there. What was the last joke before that? Sandinsky. I don't know who that person is.
you don't know
That's,
Sandusky, Penn State.
That was a big story, Jarba.
Interesting. One of the things about him is he's very afraid of doing good deeds because he's scared of going to heaven.
I
Now,
like the people talking about
Yeah, there's a lot of-
imagine if there was a movie about the ghost of Jerry Sandusky. They could call it Inappropriately Touched by an Angel.
that was a good
They say you shouldn't go along just to get along. I agree. Unless that's what people like, in which case I will do so.
Kandinsky is an artist, Presley. The Sandusky out of Penn State. He was molesting children as a coach. Not Kandinsky, who's a very popular, I think it was Russian artist. What, in the 40s? I actually have a Kandinsky hanging up. Well, I
It's a
took
totally
it down.
different Dinsky,
but
Sam.
I did have it. I know one is that coach. This is Kandinsky, the artist that you know because you're an artist. I don't know if HB knew a wrestle.
No, I did not know
Why is
Kandinsky.
this guy going after me? Why are you spending time here, dude? Really?
Sam Hill reminds me of Ken. Wow. Okay. See,
No, he got a
gay is one thing. The whole. I don't know.
Once, if you follow, I guess, football, maybe you know it more. Oh, look what he's saying. Would you ban him? This is too far. Do you see what he's saying? Can I ban him, HB? Did
The
you
guy
see
who's
his
saying
later-
you like to do things to people.
Yeah. Isn't that going too far?
Yeah, you can.
Would you ban him?
That's
I don't want to.
that's
ban
a
him.
fair.
Presley, ban him. Why doesn't Presley get rid of him? Presley. That's going too far.
All right, it looks
What
like
it
he's
took.
gone.
He kept going over the line.
He is. Yeah.
How flattering for him to make that remark.
Why do you think people say that about you?
Because there's not much they can attack. I live a much, most of my stories, not all of them, I had stories when I was married, but after I stopped working, my life got smaller. So it's not that if I had a bigger life, they would have things to attack me, I guess. But I'm very conservative, even my politics. Like, I agree with GLM on border security, but people, it's odd. They also, some people attack me as liberal. I'm not liberal. So they're just looking for stuff. Like, the 4 years ago on Unbleached, I was flirting or risque with Jarvita. They brought that up. That's all they got. Then the made up stuff. So I don't know if you get bigger HB, and you could become that famous person. You could be. They'll attack
Do we
you
have a
more.
little Bleacho welfare report? Anger
He
management
was
check-in?
He seems happy.
He was in the chat earlier today.
He
at
had
the
a
beginning.
child. He seems like a happy, and you wish him well, right, Jarva? He seems very happy, is what I'm saying. Look, when you have a kid, when you're newly married, it should be golden. What gets better than... I love both
When
my
you say
children.
really married, do you mean that HB is not really married, lesbian be married?
No, he said he's married, right? But when you called him
What?
out for wanting to have sex with you, I didn't know he had an open relationship.
What
The
does
fact
really
is,
married mean, Sam? What does really married mean?
some people
Certainly not
fake,
you and your
like-
marriage record.
No, I'm really married. Were you married? You were with some guy.
You're
I
really
forget.
divorced.
He didn't seem good enough for you. I don't think you were married. I saw, some of the videos. He didn't seem. You're really an artist. He seemed like a pa artist.
A what?
I'm very snobbish about
A
artists.
fa?
Yeah.
Was he,
He
a
made
faux
like
artist?
he was part of Jarvis'
Seemed like
artistic
What kind of a
a
scene.
cracker is
artist.
really a cracker to you, Sam?
Again with the cracker routine. The name is funny. Crackers are very bland. When you don't feel well, they say eat a cracker. A lot of crackers in the hospital, but you can put things on the cracker. I actually like
Is that what you like?
sardines. What do you like, Russell, on crackers?
I don't eat them anymore, Sam, because of my diet. But I used to like to put them in soup. I like New England clam chowder, and I like.
Do you like
crackers in that.
the white or the cream or the red?
I like the white.
You like the cream, okay. I like clam chowder too.
What's the red clam chowder? I'm not
It's
following
it's a
that.
different mix. The white
Okay.
uses cream. The red, I don't know. They use red something. You've never had red?
Okay.
That's a different.
All right.
I like New England clam chowder. The other kind is the red stuff is named after somewhere else. That's
Red Lobster, red.
Yeah, there's no
can't
joke.
remember.
I
I've
don't
only
know
had
the
it
red stuff, but I'm
once
sure
or
it's good.
twice.
There's
sure
no
it's
red
great.
state. No red. There's a Red Sea.
Yeah, it's called Red
It is.
State Clam Chowder. Make
We're talking about food a lot, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's the perfect.
You know it's
relationship.
bad, Sam. Tell me if you've ever experienced anything like this. I've been watching a lot of clips of The Sopranos recently, and
love that
yeah,
show.
Manhattan. Thank you, Presley. Yeah, watching these Sopranos clips, I don't really look that fat compared. Like when you look at all those dudes,
You're
I look
very-
like a normal sized
you talk
guy.
about your age. You talk about your look. You're very vain. It surprises me,
so
Russell. Who cares?
Well, see, I want to be ugly yet healthy, Sam. I don't want to have a
look
stroke or a
interesting.
heart attack.
You
Or
look interesting,
diabetes.
Russell. You're very
Diabetes.
about your age, about
Diabetes.
the way you look.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
true.
you put on
don't
weight
wanna
so
be,
you can take it off. That's fine.
you wanna
HB
be-
took
Yeah,
off
that's
weight.
why.
You look good. You look
Did
really,
you-
but I
did you
miss your
say-
hair.
Did you say I lost weight?
I think you should, for your comedy, I like your wilder hair. I think it hurts your comedy, and I'm serious.
I think it hurts. I think the wild hair hurts my comedy because it looks like I'm.
Is
trying
that
to be
like
too
that's
Wait,
kind of like a
wacky.
callback to?
It looks like what?
Do you
Like
do you know who Albert Brooks was
A genius.
yeah.
Like- in the '70s? He had the
Yeah, I like that look.
curly hair. Like
Yeah.
he was really good in Taxi Driver. He is very underrated as a dramatic actor too.
No,
but he
as
had
an
the,
actor, He was with.
See, I think Ghostbusters. I didn't realize this, but he's a strapping mountain of a man, and I
Okay,
think the
can we not go
glasses.
far on that?
No,
He
no,
looks
I'm not.
very
No, but
nerdy.
he's a big dude, and I think that if he
Yeah,
didn't
he's
have the
over 6
glasses
foot.
and stuff,
Lesbian.
no, but
There's
I
his
think if he
comedy
didn't wear the
ability.
glasses and stuff, he would look like someone that would just kick your fucking
He should
ass if you pissed him
experiment with
off.
his look. That's all.
So he's
Go
got
to
the
clubs looking
the
different.
glasses. The
I'll
glasses give
bite
him
your
a
fucking
friendlier
top.
I
look.
don't like the glasses. Maybe
A
Lexi
gay
does.
nerd look.
Gay nerd is
Yeah.
funny, right? I
Hello.
like your wild hair.
Hello.
Miss Lexi, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? Guys in
Good.
Jarva?
She's so happy.
He looks like the kind of lesbian that'll fucking bite your fucking cops right out of town, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa. Marty and Ellen. You look like that. You know that comedian team, Marty and Ellen? You look like that Allie. That guy has good hair for you. That comedian,
Who?
Allie. Ellen. Martin and Ellen, I think was the name of it. Right,
From
Lexi?
what era is that, Sam?
I think they were Las Vegas.
From the Roaring
in
20s?
80s, maybe?
Oh.
No,
yeah.
you know what?
I mean, I remember comedic acts that
Like who?
had, what are they called, residencies in Las Vegas in the 80s too.
Yeah.
You know,
80s.
when I was
Wow.
Well,
That
an
was like
infant and you
45
were
years
doing
ago.
quaaludes, you know.
Quaaludes are a big deal, aren't they? You ever do quaaludes? They're fun.
No, I'm unfortunately
been
too
around.
young to do quaaludes. They
You're
were removed from the
65.
market.
Yeah, but there's something else. There's drugs like that.
Yeah, what
called-
decade
Sam Hill
was
raped
that?
Bill Cosby. It's a known fact.
Ooh. Whoa.
Oh.
Bill, it was funny that Bill Cosby
Raped
actually
Bill
talked
Cosby?
about coming back. Like he thought he could come back. Bill Cosby. He didn't
I
get
heard,
it.
I don't know if it's true or not, but Sam Hill used to help John Holmes steal luggage from LAX to
Oh,
sell
from the
for
porn.
cocaine
John
money.
Holmes got
Yeah,
AIDS.
I don't know if that's true or not.
But you know those porn. I've been a lot of those porn were made in the San Fernando Valley in Chatsworth, especially. The
Wasn't there like
porners.
that was the only place that was like it wasn't legal anywhere, but that was one of the places that didn't
I don't know. Because
like
the
as long as
Valley's
you
pretty
as long as
conservative.
you bribed
I don't know.
as long as you bribed the
Chatsworth is part
police
of
and
LA,
stuff
I
there.
think Chatsworth was part of LA County. I
Because
think.
that was a theory of mine years ago. I was watching an adult movie with a friend of mine, and she asked me, she's like, why do they always wear shoes? And I was like, so they can run away if the cops come. But I later found out that a lot of times they wear shoes because the floors of a porno set aren't exactly going to be the cleanest places on earth, you know. But
I've never been on a
seriously,
porno set, but Poon said he made 2 porns.
I've
It's probably
never
very
been on
slippery.
one. That's on the bucket list, but I'll get around.
What?
to
To
it.
go to
that'd
a
be
porn
gross.
theater?
Yeah, that
Or
sounds
to
like
make a porn?
Poon is very
know.
pig-like, right, Lexi?
just to watch.
I will not engage in any sort of poon pig conversation.
Yeah, because he killed his pet
I'm putting
pig.
my foot down.
What happened to Poon, Lexi? Really?
What do you mean?
He used to be like interesting.
He's still
Now
around.
He's still around, but he's a nothing. He did a stream and then he went to sleep. Is he just another has-been? There's so many has-beens, right, HB? But here we are.
Yeah, here we are being a,
Well, you know, you can't hold someone's head underwater and then tell them to stop drowning, you know?
Well, why
Dr.
not?
Phil said that.
I
Right?
do that. If you
That's
see
a good
somebody
Oh, did he?
drowning,
I
No,
don't
tell
know.
them to get out.
That's true,
What are
though.
you talking about?
That's very true.
Why don't hold their head
Sam, how do you feel
underwater
about
either.
that? Let's get to it.
I think it's amazing that my channel is. I really expect it to go down anytime because the level of hate toward me, right? Which means I'm doing Shaw's doing pretty well, which means more people hate you. But then there's people like Vids and Wendy V. I have no problem with. So I went to look at Wendy V, who used to get like 70, 100 live views. It's down to like 20. So do people, they just get boring or tired or what
Well,
happened?
Sam, the majority of her audience was my community, right? And my community is no longer anything. It's there's no community. It's like it doesn't exist at all.
You mean the
So
ponies?
Wow.
I like
that
the
was like a
ponies.
lot of her, content and all that.
But
And
I'm not belong to anything, and Shaw's doing
What?
pretty well.
Why does your community not exist?
Oh, good question. What happened to the ponies?
they're still fine.
Then
I talk
isn't
to
that
them
your
every day.
community you're talking about,
Oh,
or
you
what?
said they don't exist. That was.
What are
Well,
you
it's like
talking
the whole
about?
community. Like, there's a lot of people like in the community that y'all don't know about. There was
Yeah,
people that used to stream all the time. I
yeah,
mean, there was
that's true.
several channels that streamed, right? Like there
Uh huh.
was. I'm just throwing these out. These are not accurate numbers. Let's just say there was 20 channels that streamed. Then there was 15. Then there was 10.
Wow.
Then it was like there was only maybe 5 that streamed like kind of regularly, and maybe 5 that would stream just randomly, right? It just
Yeah.
and that was it, and it's gone now. I mean,
People are
you
gone.
know,
And what
when
about
you
Evil Abe? Look what happened to him. You get
what
and
happened to him?
Sands
What
came
did
back,
happen
but
to him? Yeah.
he still streams. But I don't.
Yeah, he's
Lexi
still
would probably
around,
know more
Sam.
about that than me.
Well,
Yeah,
Sam, you
but
know the
not like he
people
used
come
to
to
be.
Shaw to chat with each other, not for the, riveting content.
Why are you telling me that?
Oof.
That's a terrible thing to say. Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm just
That's what
kidding.
Tina said about this
Kind of.
show.
Oh, did she?
She's
Wow.
like, I don't come here for the show.
That's really mean.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. She always watches you.
Mm.
Actually, she's like a big fan. So she's just
Of
being a little
HB, right?
I
bitchy person.
didn't think Dark Tina liked anything about anything, but
You're a
I
terrible
could have gotten the
human
wrong
being.
impression.
Yeah.
She's
I
an acquired
apologize
taste.
for.
What a
Oh,
terrible thing to be Dark
I
Tina. Oof. These people, right, Lex?
What?
we just appreciate the views, even if it's
It takes all kinds,
What views?
yeah.
Views. No, I just like being up with HB anytime and wrestle. Anytime. That's why.
That's very nice of you, bend over. Russ is by far the most interesting. Ah, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
people
Thank
like
you.
you. Wow.
I like the
But
compliments.
wait till he wants to break your arm, bent over. You might be shocked or want to kill you.
Mm.
You think you know Russell. He's not a saint.
Oh,
Believe me.
they know about all of it. You don't have to go back
No, I
and
don't.
do
I
it
don't
all.
think he
Yeah,
knows.
I've been extremely honest about my mental illness and my problems with just about. I've been really open
Yeah,
recently
that
about
shocked me.
my fatness problems and my risk of getting diabetes and stuff. But I
You might
seriously,
have
I'm not
it.
making.
Have you been
I know
tested? That
I
might be too
am
late.
on a diet. I had to get all
Yeah.
kinds of tests last week, Sam.
Wow.
They took so much blood from me, I thought I was gonna faint.
Wow.
But no. But I seriously,
Poor
and I'll
Russell.
keep saying it. I shave to see like the face gets less fat. That means I'm losing weight,
Mm. So you don't think a
and I'm
scale
on
would
a.
tell you that?
Well, I don't want. That's so discouraging. A
Oh,
scale.
okay. Gotcha.
Have you ever been in the situation where you're like, shit, I probably lost a lot of weight. Let me check. And it's like nothing. Or
Oh,
like you might have
that's
Yeah.
gained a
like
pound or
Flappy
two.
Boy.
Yeah, that
Alex
has
took off a
happened.
lot. He put on weight or something or took it off. He flaps. His skin got really, this Flappy Boy, Flappy
Sam,
Boy.
why are you obsessed with Alex's body?
I'm not, but I like making fun of him because nobody likes
What's
him.
your
Can
favorite
I
No,
sing
part
a
he's
about
song?
his
Real?
body?
Can I just for 1 second? I want to sing a song
Flappy
for Sam
Boy,
Hill,
Flappy Boy.
dedicated to my friend Brett, also known as AOC. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come
Rod
on,
Stewart.
honey, let me know.
Oh, Brutal
Wherever you
Maglia
are,
gave you
Brett,
a
we hope you're doing
compliment.
well.
Hi, Brutal
Nice,
Maglia.
Russ. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Russell's
Russ,
gotten a lot
Helping
more
can you do me a
Sam.
confident. He's
favor?
gotten funny and he's gotten
What's
funnier
going on?
and interesting.
Can you uncheck and recheck your echo cancellation?
Shit, see, I got headphones now, and everything's been
Hosty can
going
do
to
it.
work.
Just check it. Just check it. So go on and on.
But,
Believe me.
It's easier for a hostie to do it
uncheck
than
and then
you.
recheck it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, what does that do?
It stops that rumbling noise.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
sorry
didn't
about
know
that. See, I
No, it
I have
just started up.
headphones.
It just started up, Russell. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, 'cause I
It's
got
it's
some
all
headphones,
Android.
so
It's
I
like,
can. Yeah, and that's all I have. I
yeah.
got headphones so I can start walking in the evening
Oh,
before it gets
good.
dark.
All right.
Yeah, no, seriously, I got scared. I got scared by my last doctor visit. I hadn't gone in ages, and they're like, "Yeah,
Whoa.
your health
Wow.
sucks."
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Well-
say.
Diagnosis: sucky health.
Yeah, you fat fuck. What have you done to yourself?
Now, is it better? Does it feel better or worse when they're nice about it? Would you rather them just give it to you and say it like that?
It was kind of them not to, make a bunch of fat jokes or whatever. But
Yeah.
when you got to do something, you got to do something.
There's
you
so
could be like,
many
right.
overweight people. I don't even
You're
notice. When you go out, I never notice, right, Lex?
Are you kidding? You do too notice. I'm the one that doesn't
Sam,
notice. You are the
Sam
one that
probably.
notices if someone's overweight, not me.
Thank you for telling me how I feel, Lexi.
You're welcome.
Sam thought
Too bad you're
Twiggy
wrong.
was fat.
I'm
What a
not
great
wrong, and everybody
reference.
knows it. It's not
Twiggy.
even an assumption, an opinion, or anything. It's a fact.
Because
I am
Twiggy
not
was
going to notice if
anorexic.
people are fat, but Sam is going to notice.
Okay,
What's
ma'am,
up,
my
Root?
point
What's
is,
your
Ma'am.
opinion
there's
on
so
it?
many
Ma'am.
overweight
Sam.
people.
Oh,
that I
see
don't
that
notice.
exactly. That's why he notices
I
that there are
notice when
overweight
people are
people.
thin like me, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
So-
aren't like over half the American people overweight or something?
Is that why you don't like to leave the house? Because you don't want to see all these.
No, I like to leave the house, but I
Fatties.
had a bigger life when I worked. I leave the
Oh,
house.
okay.
What
He's
about you?
still like,
H3?
I bet you she does what I do at restaurants, and that is I make sure to like fly in and get to the booth or the table before like anyone else because I want to sit facing all the people because it seems like everybody I know or whatever just sits there and like stares at other people and like analyzes them and it drives me crazy. So I run to in the restaurant and I will always like take the seat where like my
Poor
back
thing.
isn't to everyone because it drives me
You're
nuts.
very interesting, Lexi. That's like
So
a gunslinger.
you don't want the
used
people to be looked at by judgmental people?
No,
or
I
you
don't
wanna-
want to like sit at a table where people are just staring at other people and
Yeah, I
analyzing
don't like
them and
that.
just
I don't like where eye contact with other. Yeah,
like looking like
sure.
people watching. I'm not against people watching, but it's like
they stare at my
like
wife.
It's
and
about-
stuff.
I don't know. I just
I
think
don't
it's
like
weird.
that.
Yeah.
They stare at my wife now. They used to stare at me, but now they stare at my
They
wife.
stare at you.
I don't like
Oh,
it.
because
Because she's
Yeah.
better looking.
Probably, yeah.
do you ever catch somebody staring too much and you
Of course.
start thinking in your head, what am I going to...
No, you just look away.
Yeah.
No, it's a very Lexi's right. She's an attractive woman. She probably knows what I'm talking. It's not good. You know what? Like fame, people really don't like it after a while because they don't like being looked at all the time. So you probably want to be like a few people recognize you, but not a major movie star. That would.
Yeah, you
what
don't
about
want
Hackman?
TMZ
Oh, I have a theory on
outside your
Hackman.
house.
You know this Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
It came to me, Lexi, what happened that people haven't mentioned. So I think what happened was Gene Hackman fell down or had a heart attack and died. Then the wife, who loves him so much, came upon him, and she couldn't take the thought of being without him, and she committed suicide.
No,
That would
didn't
explain
happen.
it. But what do you think happened?
Only men do that kind of stuff because they're weak.
Wow.
That's not true. You know that.
I apologize.
What do you think happened?
Well, I mean, women do generally survive better without their spouse than men. It's just how it is, and you know
The
maybe it's a
research clearly
generational thing
shows
too.
that. Yeah.
You know.
But this was an ultra dependent relationship. It's not your typical women because they're better at they're social. They're better. So when the men die, they have more of a social network. Whereas when the women die, the men don't deal with them. Right, Lexi?
Yeah,
what you're saying.
they don't know how to
Yeah.
go on. I
Well,
mean,
they don't have the friendship network. Women handle, just like women handle divorce, like separation and loss. Women kind of make that judge. Okay, I'm done. But I think Jimmernan made that judgment on May Noodles. So that was a little reverse.
look how he just like pivots right into one of those topics.
Well, I'm interested in these
Well, it
people.
all
I think
comes
she's
back
done.
to
What do you guys think? Is she
the
done,
drama.
Lexi?
I didn't
so-
know she was ever, so I don't know.
Yeah, she was popular. She got over 1,000 subs in 2 weeks. It took me, Shaw, a year.
Let's be honest, though. You do think about May Noodles
No, only when I'm
Like,
on here. No, I walk away. I
when
don't think
you're-
about
Posty,
it.
did you
And
hear
when
that
you're
he
not
lost
on here.
subscribers?
Sam.
It's gonna
That was
be May
interesting.
noodles.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a
He did.
twist on it because I
What
told
kind
the
of
people
crackers go best with it's gonna be May
Well,
noodles,
she
Sam?
commits to a bit, doesn't she? So, even when it's not working.
Yeah, I mean, who's more
So-
committed? You're committed to not answering, and she's committed to asking.
Yeah.
You're
What a
both
pair
very
we are.
committed.
Wish she was committed to keeping her promise and singing Hallelujah.
And you remember a lot of shit.
Lexi.
Yes, yes, sir.
It's discouraging that people don't call out that people are trying to, a couple people, make Andy, who we both like, feel responsible for the death of his mother. What do you think?
I mean, that's weird.
Isn't that terrible? That's what's going on right now.
Well, I mean, that's on them.
No, because we're part of this world. Anyway, I'm trying to convince GLM in a nice way that maybe she doesn't realize that most people, that's not a good thing to do.
But Sam, will you call it out? I didn't hear.
What do
I
you
heard
think I'm
you
doing
tell.
right now?
You told me to call it out.
Yeah,
You told
call it
Russell
out.
to call it out. Have you?
I had a
called it
stream.
out?
I didn't know you were streaming or I would have streamed. I didn't know you were on today.
Well, how could I get it? I've been,
It's okay, man.
it all
It's no
comes
big
back
deal.
to this. I
Just go
talked
be
to you
a-
about communicating on Discord,
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Just what you're doing every week on the club.
And I wait
It's
for
really
you.
exciting. That's important. Really. That's
and I
so
never
cool.
get a message, but I never get a message from you.
Okay, you don't care.
You
about
never
me that
join the
much.
Discord.
You don't care.
Why is that?
Why is that? When we did
Oh, I thought at
Buster's-
first he was talking to me for a second.
Well, you too.
Well, you don't
all
get
of
back
you.
to me too. But that's okay.
No, but Sam Hill specifically, why do you not communicate about the show? I'm glad I asked that question.
I don't know.
Let's move on.
Answer for that. Because really, Buster's is dead. I hate to tell you. I like
Well,
hosting.
why is that?
Because comedy is funny that way. Sometimes it's the chemistry and the time and place. Like, why isn't Sands, why does he get 20 views? Why is Unbleached done? Sometimes it's like, why did Pryor go stale? Why do some people like Dangerfield get better?
I don't know. It
It's
sounds like
interesting, right?
it sounds to me like you've lost your spark. Yet you
No, I'm
stream
better
every
than
day.
ever.
You do.
No, I haven't
you-
lost the spark.
But
I
you've
haven't.
just lost the spark for Busters in particular. You've lost your interest, right?
It's just, what does Russell think? What does Lexi or Jarva think? I think it's just a done deal. Move on.
I guess it could feel like it, sometimes, but it seems it's like Sam, you seem to think we're dicks for not wanting to comment on all the wild ass drama that's
I
been
never-
going
No,
Go
Sam,
on.
on.
You
there's
don't have
like,
to do
okay,
whatever you
YouTube is a
want, Russell.
really
That's not true.
big place. There's so many like different things on here, right? Like
I haven't
millions
found
of
interesting.
people
Whenever
and
I
things.
go to other places, they're
but
not
it's
that
like-
interesting, really.
Like sometimes,
Look at what happened with the pony, just like you said.
what about it?
Most
The
left.
ponies are fine. It's
I
it's the
thought you were
community
talking
that I'm
about-
from, like the DC.
Oh, the ponies are good?
Yeah.
You're in another community? What's it called?
Lexi Lou's community of one.
So there's no community, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. I mean, I have opinions on why it's no more, but I'll keep that to
Why?
myself.
Why isn't it not anymore?
Well, you know, sometimes you just get bad eggs that
Most of the eggs are bad.
do things. I'll
Right.
let Mike take that over.
Mike. Is Mike here?
Yeah.
Mike's
Yeah,
here?
yeah. You know, there is usually people in chat.
I don't see very many.
That's you know, that's how you get numbers and subscribers and views and all that stuff that people talk
I'm not
about.
good at so I was
you know,
saying the
you can watch that.
interesting thing is when I lost subscribers, I couldn't be mad because I told them if I made a promise, if I let May up, I won't. I want you to unsubscribe. So when I let May up, they did. They did what I told them. So I can't be mad at them.
Unsubscribed.
Yeah, I told them to, but I didn't really think I would let her up. I like being on with her, and I attack her and I challenge her. My Shaw is not about.
Well, then that's the
keeping
deal,
people
though.
away.
Though, like, and it's not her. It's anybody that you've had these types of back and forths with.
Right. I
Like,
think only her.
you know,
Because
you could.
people hate her
Of
so
course,
much.
it's okay to respond when people piss you off or do things to you and
Right.
all that. But sometimes it turns into whining
Yeah,
and
a lot of whining. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sam, I have a question. I'm very interested in how it's impossible for you to at least look at the chat when you're not the host.
Yeah.
So,
It's
like,
really hard. Yeah,
you're looking
it's
at your
really-
computer, right?
No, I'm giving 100% attention to my babbling or the guest.
Right, but
not
right
good at
now,
that.
are you
Oh,
looking at
right
your
now?
computer?
Is
Yes.
anybody here? I only see like 3 people. Right? No, I was castigating a troll in chat before.
Are you
I was the
looking
only
at
one.
your computer screen? Yes or no?
Yeah, bend over,
Okay.
press. Yeah.
Okay. So,
nobody
and you
there.
have it where it's on comments, so you can see the comments, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if do you just stare at the guests, like our avatars? What do you do? I'm being
I think about what
when you're
people are
hosting, I'm
saying.
gonna give you some leeway, but since you're not hosting, I
Oh, you
need
mean
to
right
know.
now?
Yeah, like right now, like how is it? Not that you have to read every comment, but how is it so? I have faith
What
that you
is
can do
this?
it, Sam.
Sam Hill sucks man's toes. No, I tell you, foot fetish is 10%. This is blasphemy from a pervert. I call little
What's the
feet
timestamp on that comment that you're reading?
6:01.
Oh, okay, so that's
What
not
time
that
is
long
it now?
ago.
Wait, are you
What
Eastern
time
His
is it?
time,
time,
Stick.
Western time?
His
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Less
know.
than 3 hours and
I
4
know.
minutes. It goes.
I
I'm
had
not.
to tell myself in my head, like,
It's
remember, he's
nearly
3 hours
yeah.
behind, so you don't.
A best tennis
Okay.
player. I will no longer trust you. You're banned forever. Don't come back.
Why?
Mike is
Why
a
aren't they
cool guy.
trustworthy?
He
What's up,
backstabs.
Kelsey?
How did
I
they
caught him.
backstab you?
They come in Shaw, oh, you're cool, blah. And then I see him make comments and he's a phony. That's why. I gave you a real answer. Mike's
Well,
not a phony.
I think we
So,
should
Press
take
this
some
so are you
time.
limiting your chatters to people that agree with everything that you
No.
say and like
No,
every
no.
act that you make and
Okay, you're not
every
listening,
aspect of
Lexi.
you?
You're not listening.
I am
When they
listening.
backstab, they don't have to. You don't always agree with me, but when they make malicious comments in other streams, I'm gonna call them out.
Well, okay,
It's
that's fine.
like
And I'm not disagreeing with that, but
no,
I have
challenge me. That's
seen
fine. I don't mind.
several an abundance of individuals get banned over the years at Shaw for
Really?
very
Really?
harmless comments and
Really?
usually comments they even said in your own chat
Yeah.
right at you. So,
Maybe
and
I'm too sensitive. Is that what you're saying?
I
Because
don't
I
want
don't
to say
like my
too
wife
sensitive.
called a whore. And
I don't
that's
want to
my
say too
breath.
sensitive. You know what it is? You probably liked BTP, so that's why it
What's
bothered you.
that? What's that?
Best tennis player.
No, I don't like him.
But did you like them before
Yeah.
they back?
Yeah.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah. Of
Okay.
course. Just
Well,
like I like
so it would be
May.
more fun
Just
if
like,
when they come in your chat, you just say, "Oh, best tennis player, you dirty scoundrel.
but that
How
would be
dare
fake.
you?"
I'm not fake. That's calculated. No, I don't like some people. Look, Lexi, I get
That's
it.
okay.
Not people like JK. You guys, very intelligent, nice. She got really hurt. Not because so much people attacked her, though she didn't like it. She got hurt because people said they liked her, didn't defend her. So I get it. I used to say a couple years ago defend me, and then nobody does. Very few people. Lexi will maybe, but that's the place that stinks. Like, who is calling it serious? Who is saying to GLM in a nice way, trying to make Andy feel like he killed his mom?
Do you ever just go outside and find out that there's more to the life than the internet?
You go outside? When's the last time you skated? How are you putting on that weight?
No,
Tell
seriously.
me about what about you?
Seriously.
You're
do
always
you ever
inside.
do
Tell me
anything
about
that
your
isn't
great exercise. You're
obsess
putting on
over
weight.
these fucking people on the internet? Or do you just
No,
think
I don't get
about
obsessed,
what
dude.
Cindy X said about, this person
Okay,
or
dude,
that
while
person?
I'm here, this is the world I deal with.
Yeah,
what part of it don't
I
you
think
get?
I don't
Lexi
know.
goes
Listen,
off, she has-
you just said that you quit Busters, so I think me,
Oh,
Russell,
that's
and
what you're
Jarva.
sore about.
Me, Russell,
Why
and
don't you
Jarva.
tell
Oh
me-
yeah, you said Busters is done
Yeah,
with
you
or
said
something,
it's
didn't
dead.
you?
You don't act
Yeah.
like you care,
So,
HB.
listen,
You don't have
me-
schedule.
No,
Bye-bye,
I do
Samuel.
care. I care.
Is that Jarva?
We're gonna start a new
Yeah.
show with me, Russell, and
Jarva.
Jarva, not you.
Good.
And it's
you
gonna
always
be
could
a
have.
new
You did
show.
it with David
Without the
Walsh. Who gives
whining.
a fuck?
Okay, well, can
I
I
don't
make a
care.
request
What?
for whatever the new Busters is this time?
See you on the next hill, Sammy.
Can we
Jarva
doesn't
do
care
the new
that much.
Busters instead of streaming
Why
about
don't you
doing the
change
new
the name?
Busters for
There's
10
no
months?
Busters without me. Just change the name.
I was trying to-
Is a lot of like
trying to bust his
breaking
balls.
down
Sam's
the fourth wall, and a lot of it is like Busters can
What
a lot of
fourth
times
wall?
just
No
like
fourth
Busters is a lot of times Busters is about, well, how do we do Busters?
That's kind of
Yeah.
meta.
Yeah.
They say meta
I have heard
Busters.
a
Sam
lot.
can't admit to eating crackers and I don't care. Sam can't admit to eating crackers and I don't care.
I love that song. I used to sing it, but not in a long time.
Remember, there was a time, like not that long ago, that Sam would do Busters with Hosty, and he would request like an hour and a half without other guests, and then
Yeah.
and he
Mike,
would
there's
also
no
request everyone
Busters.
in chat
When
be
I
banned,
left, they
and
pretended.
he would just go
Give me a
on,
break.
and
So
he wouldn't
do it.
let Hosty
Just,
drop
I
the
created
link,
the
and
term.
the chat
Why
was
would you?
furious.
I created the term.
Yeah,
on
I
the show.
catered to you to a
Yeah,
Okay,
he
ridiculous
Sam, we'll
degree.
take the
was
S
I
always
out
really
of
down.
did.
Busters for
Catered
you,
to
and
me.
it's
You
Buster
never
from
gave
now
a
on,
fuck.
and you're
You never
gone.
scheduled. It was
No.
always
It
on
was
you.
it was to
Don't
his
tell me
own
that,
detriment
HB.
that he
Where
catered
have you
to.
been
Hey,
for years?
Because
Real
Now you're getting back
real
to it.
quick, Sam, can I ask you to do something? You will give us your sword. We will break it
My
over our
sword.
knee, and we will hand it back to you in two pieces.
Look, I'm just being honest. You can't, it's like going Thomas Wolfe. You can't go home again. It had great feelings. I tried, Russell and I for a year, tried to bring Busters back, and HB didn't do it. I think it's been too long. The
But
chemistry.
what about with the time that I was just explaining that you were like, we're gonna do Busters,
Yeah.
Hosty and I, and you would come
I
on, you
really
would
tried.
make these demands, and you would like try to.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what you were doing. I don't know. It was terrible showmanship. It was to Hosty's
Really?
detriment. The chat was fucking furious.
Really? You
Uh,
mean like
yeah.
Tina? Oh, I had so many lovers.
We hate
so
you,
many
Sammy.
haters in the
Just deal
chat.
with it
Give me
and get
a
out of
break,
here.
Lexi.
Well, I mean, it just
Jarvis been pretty good tonight.
you tried to. I think you tried to make it good, right?
Yeah.
But it made it rigid, is what happened. You know how you
All
can.
I
You know,
know
we
is
can do that as
it's like
humans.
a show. It had many more views because Busters is me and Russell and HB, and then without me, it had like nearly half. So what are you playing around with? Like me, don't like me. I'm part of Busters. There's no Busters without HB and Russell
Right.
too. That's it.
Well, I'll
And
just say that
Jarva also.
Yeah. I don't
regardless
agree,
of
but
what the Busters
Yeah.
plan is, should Busters lift off for the 654th season and version,
lift off.
unless there really is some sort of actual,
It
you
has
know,
to be regularly scheduled, Lexi.
you know,
Like
content
Busters
that you're
was.
wanting to get out or talk about.
No, it's got to
Should
be.
there, you
You're
know,
not
should
listening.
you should go with the flow, and that's what Hosty had tried to
No,
do.
I don't go with the flow. What
Well,
you need, if
Hosty had
he's
tried to do
serious,
that.
then He scheduled that didn't
I've
work. He didn't
attempted to
show
do
up.
it.
He didn't
Listen,
show up, Lexi. We all agreed,
we'll figure
let's
it
do this
out.
on this date, and he didn't show up.
Well,
You
yeah,
won't
he was
show
late
up.
and this and that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
he was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you need to show up. I know
But
how
when
to
you do
it.
show up,
Actually.
make sure and show up. You know, don't bring us yesterday's leftovers, okay?
You're so critical all the time.
I
Why don't
know.
you just go with the flow? Why are you so critical? Really?
We'll talk
I mean,
about
that's
this
part of
some
your
more
good part. I like to
on
be
the new
challenged.
show
Have fun
that we're
sometimes,
coming out
too.
with.
Why don't you any show with Lexi will be
and
good because a lot
we'll
of women
figure it
support
out.
her.
And Lexi's welcome to be on that show as
But
well.
is she willing to commit?
No.
There's no.
There you go.
No,
You
listen,
need people to commit.
listen. We'll see what happens.
Lexi had
Until
a show.
next time, I am not Sam Hill. Thank you, folks. I have to go.
Bye.
Are there any last words you want to say?
Why don't you thank me for coming up? You never do that.
Thank
Is it
you
the
for
best
coming
it's ever
up for
been?
the one and
It was
last
nice
time.
talking to all of you guys. Sorry I was
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
scolding.
good to
Going
hear from you, Lexi.
How many
Hey,
times have
I
okay.
enjoy coming up and chatting with you guys.
I like being
All
with
right.
HP and Russell anytime.
Yeah. It's good to see you, Jarva, Sam Hill, Russell, HB.
Bye, Lexi. Take care.
Thank you, chat.
Has been
Yeah, chat was
the
stuck.
best
Chat
it's
wasn't
ever
good.
been.
Sam Hill sucks his own dick. Ha ha.
I did at one point. What's wrong with it? I feel bad that I didn't go through